Now the question says the ratio of HCF to LCM of the least composite number and the least prime number is. So which is the least composite number? Least composite number is 4. And which is the least prime number? Least prime number is 2. So we have to find out the uh, HCF and LCM of least composite number, that is, and mainly ratio of HCF to LCM of least composite number. So what is the HCF of 4 and 2? Highest common factor is obviously between them is 2. Then we have to find out the LCM of 4 and 2. Okay, what is the LCM of 4 and 2? Is nothing but 4 only, least common multiple. So what is the ratio of HCF to LCM? Is nothing but uh, 2 by 4, that is 1 by 2, or we can say 1 is to 2. So that is the right answer, option A, 1 is to 2. The roots of the equation x square plus 3x minus 10 equal to 0 is, so let us solve the equation. The equation is written as x square plus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. Okay, we can break this factor as x square plus 5x minus 2x minus 10, because 5 2 is 10, and then x can be taken common, so it gives us x plus 5 minus 2 can be taken common, it again gives us x plus 5 equal to 0. Then x minus 2 can be separated and x plus 5 can be separated also, equal to 0. So there are two roots of the equation comes out as x equal to 2 and x equal to minus 5. So these are the two roots coming, which is available in option number A, 2 and minus 5. Next, the next term of AP root 6, root 24 and root 54 is, okay, as they say this is an AP, so obviously root 24 minus root 6 should be root 54 minus root 24. That is, the common difference should be same. Okay, so let us find out any of them. So let us find out the left hand side one. The common difference will be different, will be same. So root 24 can be written as root 6 into root 4 minus root 6, or root 6 taken common, so it is root 4 is nothing but 2 minus 1, so it is nothing but root 6. So the d value comes out to be root 6 for these two cases. Okay, that is the common difference. So the next term will be, so the next term in the AP will be nothing but, the last term is root 54, the next term will be root 54 plus root 6. Okay, the next term will be root 54 plus root 6. Okay, or we can calculate this using the fourth term also, because then this is coming in a different orientation. So we can calculate using the fourth term also, that is, we want to find out the T4, that is nothing but a plus, using the Tn as a plus n minus 1d. As you know that nth term formula of an AP is a plus n minus d, 1 minus 1d. So T4 is nothing but a plus 4 minus 1d. We have the a value as root 6 plus 3 into d value is again root 6. So we have to find out root 6 plus 3 root 6. How much is that? Root 6 taken common, so it is going to be 4 root 6, or we want to take everything inside the under root. So 4 if goes inside the under root goes becomes 16, and 6 is already there inside, so it becomes root 96. Okay, so the option number B is the right answer. Root 96 is the answer. Okay, what says the next one? The distance of the point -17 from x-axis is, okay, so let us draw the x-axis. This is our x-axis. Okay, this is our x and x dash. Okay, the point is -17, so -17 should be on the negative side and 7 should be on the positive y-axis. Okay, so let's say this is 7 and this is -1, so this is where the point lies, -1 7. Now they're asking for the distance of the point -1 from the x-axis. So distance of point, any point from the x-axis is nothing but its y-coordinate, that is the 7 unit only, that is the height also. So answer is simply the 7 unit from the x-axis. Next, what is the area of semicircle in the diameter of the diameter d? Okay, so what is the area of the semicircle? Let us write it here. What is the area of the semicircle? It is nothing but pi r square by 2. Okay, and they say that the diameter is, d, so the radius value will be d by 2. So in place of radius we can put as d by 2, so the area becomes pi by 2 into d by 2 whole square. Okay, pi by 2 into d by 2 whole square, that is nothing but pi by 8 d square, that is nothing but pi by 8 d square, and that's what is the answer which is available in 1 by 8 pi d square, that is option number C, and that is the right answer. Okay, let's go for the next one. The empirical relation between the mode, median, and mean of a distribution is. So there is a direct formula for this particular thing. The empirical relation between mean, median, and mode is nothing but mode is equal to 3 times the median minus twice of the mean. Okay, that is the formula for the mode ultimately. So it matches with the option number A, 3 times the median minus 2 times the mean. Okay, the pair of linear equation 2x equal to 5y plus 6 and 15y is equal to 6x minus 18 represent two lines which are. Okay, we are supposed to find out that these two lines will be intersecting each other, they will be parallel to each other, they will be coincidence, they will be coinciding each other at any of the point, or they will be intersecting, either intersecting or parallel. They will be having either an intersection or parallel lines. Let us see the equations. So we can anytime write this equation in the standard form as 2x minus 5y minus 6 equal to 0, and the other line can be written as 6x minus 15y minus 18 equal to 0. Okay, this is how we can write these lines, and we can anytime compare these lines also with the standard form. Okay, we can anytime compare this line with the standard form, that is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus C2 is equal to 0. And let us find out. So from here we can see the A1, B1, C1 value, and similarly A2, B2 and C2 values. Now if you want to do our A1 by A2, okay, if you want to do our A1 by A2, so A1 by A2 is how much? Is nothing but 2 by 6, that is 1 by 3. If you want to do our B1 by B2, if you want to do the B1 by B2, that is how much? Minus 5 by minus 15, that is b1 by b2, that is again comes out to be 1 by 3. So what we notice here that a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. So whenever two lines intersect in this fashion, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, then we can anytime conclude that these lines are nothing but coincident lines. These lines are nothing but coincident line. Okay, so that is why the answer is coincident line, option C. Next, if alpha beta are the zeros of the polynomial x square minus 1, then the value of alpha plus beta is required. Okay, so the polynomial is written as x square minus 1. Okay, so we can write this polynomial as x square minus plus 0 into x minus 1 equal to 0, so that we can compare this with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So we get the values of a as 1, b as 0 and c as minus 1. These are the value that we get. They're asking for finding out the alpha plus beta or the sum of roots, and that is given as minus b over a. What is the b value is 0 and a value is 1, so it is ultimately 0 only. So alpha plus beta value is nothing but 0 for the given polynomial, and that is the right answer available in option number D. Next, question number 9. If a pole 6 meter high casts a shadow 2 root 3 meter long on the ground, the sun's elevation is. So let us make the diagram first. So this is a pole. The height is 6 meter. This is the pole height is 6 meter. And then there is the ground shadow length, that is 2 root 3 meter on the ground. And let us connect it like this so that we can create the angle of elevation. Angle of elevation is, let's say, theta. So this is the diagram with us. Let us name these points as A, B, and C. So we need to know the sun's elevation, that is we need to know the theta. So we can use tan theta is which is equal to perpendicular over base. Perpendicular here is 6 meter, base here is 2 root 3 meter. Okay, and that has to be the tan theta value. If you solve this, this become 2 3 just 6. This is 3 by root 3 or simply root 3. So tan theta comes out to be root 3, but tan theta is root 3 at a point 1060 degree. So simply theta comes out to be 60 degree. Okay, so that's what they had asked. The value of angle of elevation, that is nothing but 60 degree. Option number A is the right answer. Next, sec theta when expressed in terms of cot theta is equal to what? Okay, this is what is asked. So we know one identity, trigonometrical identity, that is sec square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. We know this trigonometrical identity, that sec square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. So we can use this anytime. So what we can write for this is sec square theta is equal to 1 plus 1 upon cot square theta. Why so? Because tan square theta is nothing but the multiplicative inverse of cot square theta. Now we can solve this further. we can simply write 1 plus 1 upon cot square theta. Then we can take the cot square theta as the LCM. So it becomes cot square theta plus 1 over cot square theta. Okay. So this is the right hand side is sec square theta. If the right hand side is sec theta, then we'll have to take the under root of the whole term cot square theta plus 1 over cot square theta. And if we solve this further, this gives us under root of 1 plus cot square theta divided by cot theta. Under root of 1 plus cot square theta divided by cot theta. That is the right explanation, and which is available where? Which is available in option number C. Under root of 1 plus cot square theta over cot theta. And that is the right answer. Now let's have the 11th question. Two dice are thrown together. The probability of getting the difference of number on the upper face equals to 3. So let us see. What are they asking for? The probability. So there are, if there are two dice thrown, we need to know how many number of cases are there. So the cases can be, the dice can have 1 1 on their faces, or the dice can have 1 2, or the dice can have 1 3, or the dice can have 1 4, or the dice can have 1 5, or the dice can have 1 6. These are the six values with starting with 1 that dice can have. Dice can also have starting from 2 1 2, the last value they can reach to 2 6. Similarly, dice can have values starting from 3 1, the last value they can reach to 3 6. The dice can start with 4 1, the last value they can reach is 4 6. The dice can start with 5 1, and the last value they can reach to is 5 6. The dice can start with 6 1, and the last value they can reach is 6 6. Okay, these are the values that dice can store. Two dice can show you. So how many in number they in a total? They are total in number as 36. So these many dice value can you have with the two dice being thrown. So the total number of cases becomes, total number of cases simply becomes 36. Now what are the favorable cases? Because we are finding out the probability, so we need to know the favorable cases. Favorable cases are the ones which you require to appear. They are saying that upper face equals to 3. So the upper face should be equal to 3. Okay, the probability of getting the difference of number, okay, difference of number on their upper face equal to 3. So difference should be 3. So how, in what way we can obtain the difference as 3? So we can have 1 4, which will give a difference of 3. We can have 2 5, which will give a difference of 3. Similarly 3 6 will also give. Then we can come back as 6 3, then we can come back as 5 2, then we can come back as 4 1. So these are the cases available which will give you the difference of the two numbers as 3. How many are they? 1 2 3 4 5 6. They are 6 in number. So these 6 become the favorable cases. The favorable cases are 6. The total cases are 36. They had asked for the probability, which is nothing but number of favorable cases by total cases, that is nothing but 6 by 36, and is equal to 1 by 6. So that is the right answer. Probability is 1 by 6. Next, what they say. So there are two triangles have been drawn in the given figure. Triangle ABC is similar to QPR. AC is 6. All the values have been given. PR is equal to X, and value of X is to be required. So as they say, the two triangles are similar. So they are saying triangle ABC is similar to triangle QPR. So we can pick out the similar triangle, similar sides pair. The corresponding sides, the ratio of the corresponding side is equal. So we can anytime write AC divided by QR. The corresponding side of AC is nothing but the QR, as the name suggests. The corresponding side is QR. AC by QR is equal to BC by PR. Okay, as the name suggests, BC is exactly coming on the position of PR. So BC and PR will be corresponding. AC is coming at the position with QR. So AC and QR are coming together. So these two ratios are equal. So we have been given some values. So let us write those values. So 6 by 5 is equal to, sorry, 6 by 3. 6 by 3 is equal to 5 by X. So we can solve X for this. That is nothing but 5 into 3 by 6. That is nothing but 5 by 2, or equal to 2.5 centimeter. Okay. So the value of X coming out to be 2.5 centimeter, and that is the right answer they had asked in option B. Next is the distance of the point minus 6 8 from the origin is, okay, distance of the point from of 0 0. So origin is the 0 0 point minus 6 8. So let's say this is minus 6 8, and let's say this is 8. Okay, let's say this is 8. So this is that point, minus 6 8 is here. This is that point, minus 6 8. Okay, now what we are supposed to find out the distance between these 2 points, minus 6, 8 and origin. So we can use multiple things. Okay, we can simply we can find out the distance formula as well, which is in which we can say x1 and y1 are 0 0 and x2 and y2 are minus 6 and 8. We can take it like this. Now let us use the distance formula, which says under root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. This is the distance formula. So we have x1, y1, x2, y2, everything available. So x1 is 0, x2 is minus 6. So 0 minus minus 6 whole square plus y1 minus y2 is 0 minus y2 value is 8. 0 minus 8 whole square. So if we solve this, this becomes root of 6 square is 36 plus root of 8 square is 64. That is nothing but root of 100. So d value comes out to be root of 100. That is nothing but 10. So the distance is simply 10 unit. Option available is D. So that is the right answer. Now question number 14. What they say? In the given circle, in the given figure, PQ is tangent to the circle as it is seen. PQ is tangent with center O. If angle OPQ is equal to X, that is already mentioned. Angle POQ is Y, that is already mentioned. Then X plus Y is. Okay. This is the situation given. So if you see triangle POQ, so in triangle POQ, OQ is perpendicular to PQ. Why so? OQ is perpendicular to PQ. Why? Because OQ is the radius of the circle and PQ is nothing but the tangent to the circle. And there's a theorem which says tangent is always perpendicular to the radius. Tangent is always perpendicular to the radius. This is what the theorem says. So tangent is perpendicular to radius. So we can say the angle created between tangent and radius is nothing but the 90 degree. Okay, angle created between the tangent and the radius is nothing but the 90 degree. So this particular angle is a 90 degree. Okay, so angle OQP is nothing but the 90 degree. Now let us apply the angle sum property in the triangle POQ. So that will give us angle QOP plus angle OPQ plus angle OQP is equal to 180 degree, where we already know the angle QOP to be 90 degree, angle OQP to be 90 degree, OQP is 90 degree, so this is 90 degree, and the other angle QOP is given as Y and this is given as X, and the angle sum is 180 degree. So what will the value of X plus Y? So X plus Y can be written as 180 minus 90, that is nothing but 90 degree. So X plus Y value is 90 degree. So that is becomes the right answer, which is available in option number B is the right answer. Okay. The next one says in the given figure, TA is tangent to the circle with center O such that OT is equal to 4 and the angle is 30 degree, then length of TA is. They are asking us to find out the length of TA. Okay. So let's look at the figure given there. So let us do one construction in the figure. Let us join these 2 points so that it becomes a triangle and the things are easy for us. OA, we have joined the OA. Now in triangle, particularly OAT, what all we see that the distance OT is given as 4 centimeter. And see, if you see it carefully, OA is perpendicular to TA. Why so? Because OA is the radius of the circle and TA is nothing but the tangent of the circle. Okay, tangent of the circle, and we always know that radius and tangent of a circle are perpendicular to each other. Radius and tangent of the circle are always perpendicular to each other, so that means this very angle OAT is nothing but the 90 degree. OAT is nothing but the 90 degree. Now let us have the angle sum, or rather what we can do is we can have see we what is required to have, the required to have is TA. So we can have the value of TA is required to be answered. So what we can do is we can use cos theta. Okay, because cos 30 degree is nothing but base upon hypotenuse. Cos of anything is base upon hypotenuse. So base of the triangle OAT is nothing but TA. Hypotenuse is already given out to be 4 and the cos 30 value is nothing but root 3 by 2. So by using this we can find out TA. So TA value comes out to be 4 into root 3 divided by 2, that is nothing but 2 root 3. Okay, so that TA comes out to be, the tangent length comes out to be 2 root 3 centimeter. That is available in option number A. So that is the right answer. Now 16, in triangle ABC, PQ is parallel to, okay, PQ is parallel to BC. If PB is 6 and all the sides are this, find the length of AC. This is what is asked to be calculated. So let us write the values here. AP value is 4, PB value is 6, AQ value is 8, and QC value is not given. So we can anytime find this. 6, 4 and 8. These three values are given. The 4 value, let us take the fourth value as something. Okay, we can assume something as fourth value, or we can let it be QC only. Okay, so now as you see that these two lines are perpendicular, PQ is perpendicular, PQ is parallel to BC. So if in a triangle, the line joining the two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side, then the triangle, that the two triangles created by the join of the two sides are also similar to each other. This is nothing but the basic proportionality theorem. This is nothing but the basic proportionality theorem, which says that the two triangles are similar to each other. That means AP by PB is equal to AQ by QC by using the basic proportionality theorem. Now let us put the values of everything that is there with us. 4 by 6 is equal to 8 by QC. Now using this we can find out QC as QC is equal to 8 into 6 by 4, that is nothing but 12 centimeter. So the QC value comes out to be 12 centimeter, but we are not supposed to find out QC. Let us write 12 here, but that is not is required to be answered. What is required to be answered is the value AC. So AC is nothing but the sum of AQ plus QC, that is nothing but 12 plus 8 is equal to 20 centimeters. So that is the value of AC, which is the right answer available in option number B. Now, alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial 4x square minus 3x minus 7, then 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta is. So let us see 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta. If you take the LCM, this becomes alpha beta taken common. It becomes alpha plus beta over alpha beta. So anyway around we have to find out the sum of alpha plus beta. And at the same time we have to find out the product of the alpha beta. So what we can do is, the polynomial is given as 4x square minus 3x minus 7 equal to 0. So let us compare this with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So this gives us all the value. A is 4, b is minus 3, and c is minus 7. Now alpha beta are the roots. So the sum of root, that is alpha plus beta, is nothing but minus b over a. And b value is minus 3. So it has to be minus of minus 3. It has to be minus of minus 3 divided by a value is 4. So that is nothing but 3 by 4. That is the value of alpha plus beta. Similarly, alpha beta can be calculated by C by A. What is the value of C? Value of C is minus 7. Value of A is 4. So it's comes out to be minus 7 by 4. Okay. So B value is the alpha plus beta value is 3 by 4. Alpha beta value is minus 7 by 4. Let us put both these values in the above relation. So if you do that, you're going to get 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta as 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta can be calculated as 3 by 4 divided by minus 7 by 4, that is nothing but minus 3 by 7. Minus 3 by 7. So that is the right answer available in option number D. Now, a card is drawn at random from a well-shuffled pack of 52 cards. The probability that the card drawn is not an ace. So how many aces are there in a pack of card? Aces in a pack of card. Okay, aces in a pack of cards. So there are 4 aces. There are 4 aces in a pack of card. One is of diamond, one is of club, one is of heart, one is of spade. So 4 are the aces. So how many are not the aces? So the not aces card is, not ace cards are nothing but 52 minus 4, that is 48 are the card which are not the aces. Okay, so these are our favorable cases. The next one is well shuffled card of 52 cards. Probability is nothing but probability of not ace card. Probability of not an ace card is nothing but not how many cards are not the ace card is 48. So it is 48 divided by 52. If you cut these two equations, you're gonna get 12 by 13. So 12 by 13 is the right answer. Probability of getting not an ace card is option number D. Now, assertion and reason type. The first one says the probability of a leap year is has 53 Sunday is 2 by 7. So let us verify this fact first. A. So how many days are there in a leap year? How many days are there in a leap year? There are 366 days. 366 days are there in a leap year. So if you divide this into weeks, how many weeks are there in a leap year? So how many weeks are there in a leap year? There are 52 weeks plus 1 plus 2 extra days. 360, 366 days ahead, 52 weeks plus 2 extra days. So if you have 52 weeks, you're already getting the 52 Sundays here. Then you are remain with 2 extra days. So what all days combination can 2 extra days have? So if you make the combination of those 2 extra days, those 2 extra days can be combination of Sunday, Monday, that is they can be consecutive, or they can be Monday, Tuesday, or they can be Tuesday, Wednesday, or they can be Wednesday and Thursday, or they can be Thursday and Friday, or they can be what? Friday and Saturday, or they can be what? Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so these are the various cases available for those 2 extra days to be falling. They can be falling for any one combination out of these total 7 combinations. Okay, so the 7 combinations are there for giving you one extra Sunday. If you want one extra Sunday, then it can be out of these things. So how many favorable cases are there? The cases which are containing the Sundays are the favorable cases. So one is this and the another one is this. So how many favorable cases are there? There are 2 favorable cases divided by how many total cases are there. So total cases are these total combination, that is 7. So probability of getting the 53rd Sunday also is 2 by 7, that is 2 out of 7. So first assertion is right. So the assertion that is given is definitely true. Let us verify the reason part. Okay, let us verify the reason part. Reason part is saying the non-leap year has 53 Sundays. So how many days are there in a non-leap year? How many days are there in a non-leap year? Is 365 days. Okay, so how many weeks and how many extra days? So there can be 52 weeks and one extra day. Okay, so we are already getting 52 Sundays here. So we have to look for the one Sunday more, and for that to be falling as a Sunday, how many combinations are possible for that one extra day? So there are in all 7 combinations possible from Sunday to Saturday. Okay, there are in all 7 such combination possible. Any one out of them can be the 50 the extra day out after the 52 Sundays. So how many favorable cases out of them? So there are 7 cases and only one Sunday falling. So favorable cases are 1. That's what is probability favorable by total. And how many total cases are there? There are total 7 days in that. So 1 by 7. So the probability becomes 1 by 7. So that means the assertion is right, but the reason is not right. Okay, and see the while we were doing assertion, there was no requirement of the reason to come there. So we can clearly indicate that the assertion is true, but the reason is false. What we can say, the assertion is true, but the reason is false, and that is available in option number C, and that is right. Now, the next one is assertion is A, B, C are in AP if only 2B is equal to A plus C. Let us verify this further. So if A, B and C are in AP, then obviously the common difference should be common. That means B minus A should be equal to C minus B. The differences between the two terms should be always equal. So B minus A equal to C minus B. If we take the B other side, this gives us 2B is equal to A plus C. So this is right. If ABC are in AP, they have to follow this rule, 2B is equal to A plus C. So the assertion is completely right. The assertion is completely right. Let us verify the reason. The sum of first and odd natural number is n square. First and odd natural numbers. So what are the first sum of first and odd natural number? Okay, the first odd natural number is 1, then is 3, then is 5, then is 7, then is 9, and then so on it falls, and the last number that should fall is 2 and minus 1. Okay, for any term to be an odd number, the expression is 2 and minus 1. So these odd numbers are possible. Now we have to find out the sum of the last the nth order odd number. So for that, what we need to do is we can always have the sum formula. There can be two sum formulas used. So we can have that particular formula available with us. What is the sum formula? For that, we need to apply the common difference first. So the first term is all obviously A is 1. The first term is A, that is 1. What is the common difference? Common difference is nothing but 3 minus 1 equal to 2. So for that particular formula, we are supposed to know the a and d value. So a and d values are there available with us. And last term is 2n minus 1. This is the last term. We can say this is the last term, 2n minus 1. Now let us have the sum formula. The sum says n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. This is the sum formula. Okay, let us put the value. So it is going to be n by 2. A value is 1. So it is 2 plus n minus 1 as it is. D value is 2. If you solve this further, this gives you n by 2. 2 plus 2n minus 2. That is nothing but n by 2 into 2n. So 2 gets cancelled. It comes out to be n square. Okay, it comes out to be n square. So we can easily say that the final sum is coming out to be n square. So reason is also true. Reason is also true. So both assertion and reason are true. But if you can see that there's no link between assertion and reason. So reason is not the exact clarification of assertion. So we can say both the assertion and reason are true, but they are not explanatory to each other. So the right answer is B. Both assertion and reason are true, and reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. So that is the right answer. Okay, so the question says two numbers are in the ratio 2 is to 3 and their LCM is 180. What is the HCF of these numbers? So let us first assume let the two numbers are 2x and 3x. These are the two numbers. They say their LCM is going to be 180. LCM is least common multiple. That means there is a common number which is multiplying both of them. So we can write 2 into 3 into x because the x is the common number which is multiplying both the ratio parts, that is 2 and 3. So the product of this is nothing but 180, that is the LCM. So this is how we can write. So from here we can get x value as 180 by 6. That is nothing but 30. So x comes out to be 30. So we can find out the first number using this. So first number is was 2 into 30, that is 60. Okay, the first number becomes 60. And what is the second number? Second number can be found out as 3 into 30 because that was 3x giving you 90. So these are the two numbers we have found out. Now they're asking for finding out the HCF of these number. Okay, for finding out the HCF, we have to do the factors. The factors of 30 are 2 into 3 into 5, and factors of 60 are 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. These are the factors of 60. We have to find the highest common factor. So let us find the common ones. These are the common, and these are the ones who are creating the pair. So these three pairs have been created. So the HCF can be 2 into 3 into 5. That is nothing but 30. So the HCF of both of these numbers, which was asked in the question, is nothing but 30. So and that is becomes the right answer for you. Okay, the HCF of both the numbers is coming out to be 30, and that is the right answer. Okay. Now, the next question is 1 0 of the polynomial 6x square plus 37x minus k minus 2 is the reciprocal of the other. Then find the value of k. Okay, so as they say, one root is reciprocal of other. So let's say the roots are, first root is x and the another root is 1 by x. Let's say these are the two roots that we have there, x and 1 by x. Now what are they asking? They are asking to find out the product of the, okay. So what we can do is we have a polynomial like that written 6x square plus 37x minus k minus 2 equal to 0. This is the polynomial written. Let's have the product of roots. Okay, what is the product of roots? Product of root is always calculated by a thing called as c by a. So let us identify our a, b and c in this equation. The first is the coefficient of x square, that is a. The second is the coefficient of b, that is 37, and the constant part of the polynomial, that is minus k minus 2, is nothing but c. So these are the a, b, c value. We have to find out product of root. So product of root will be x into 1 upon x, and by formula they will be c upon a, that is nothing but 37. That is nothing but minus k minus 2 upon 6. Minus k minus 2 upon 6 will be the c upon a. Okay, if you solve this further, this gives you what? Okay, so x into 1 by x just becoming 1, and this gives you, if you solve this further, this is bringing, this is minus k minus 2, or we can write this as 2 minus k as well. The minus was outside. Okay, the minus was outside, so we can write it minus 2 minus k divided by 6. Okay, and that is 2 minus k is equal to 6. That gives us the k value as -4. Okay, that gives us the k value as -4, and that is going to be the right answer. K value is nothing but -4. Okay, the next question, find the sum and product of the roots of the quadratic equation. This we have to find the sum and the product of the root. So the first part is a part, the equation, the polynomial is written as 2x square minus 9x plus 4 is equal to 0. We have to find the root, sum of the root and the product of root as well. Okay, so what is the sum of the root is nothing but minus b by a. And what is a b c here? If you want, if you have to identify, the a becomes simply, let us compare this with our ax square plus bx plus c. If we compare with it, then obviously we're going to get a value as 2, we're going to get b value as -9. This is our b, so b value comes out to be -9, and c value is the constant part, that is nothing but c value is 4. So these are the three values that we get. So sum of the root is given by minus b by a, so we can find out the sum as, find out the sum as minus of -9 divided by a is nothing but 2, so that comes out to be 9 by 2. The sum is coming 9 by 2. Let us see the product. How do we find out the product? Product is nothing but c by a. We have the c value written as 4, a value written as 2, so 4 by 2 is nothing but 2. So this is the product and this is the sum. So these two equation, these two values have come. They had asked to find out the sum and the product, and that have been calculated. Now let us do the b part. What is he's asking in the b part is, there is a polynomial again, 4x square minus 5 equal to 0. That is the polynomial given to us. What he is asking us to find out, they're asking us to find out the nature of the root of the equation. For finding out the nature of the root, we have to find out the discriminant value. We have to find out the discriminant value. Okay, what is discriminant? Is d, which is nothing but b square minus 4ac. First we need to identify the a, b, c in the particular equation given. Polynomial is 4x square plus 0 into x minus 5 equal to 0, so that we can compare this with the standard form bx plus c is equal to 0. So we can identify our a is 4, b is 0, and c value is completely -5. So now let us find out the discriminant. Discriminant is nothing but b square minus 4ac. B value is 0. 0 square minus 4 into a into c. A value is 4 again. C value is -5. So if you solve this out, this d comes out to be 16 5 80. So d comes out to be plus 80. That means the discriminant value is becoming greater than 0. So we can conclude that discriminant value is becoming greater than 0. Whenever the discriminant is greater than 0, then the nature of the roots are uh, distinct, that is different. The roots are distinct and real. That means the roots are real and different. This is the nature of the roots. So that will be the nature of the roots of the given polynomial, and that is the answer. Okay, let us do the next one. A fair coin is tossed twice. Find the probability of getting at most one head. That means maximum one head should come. So let us just take, if a fair coin is twice, then what all possible combination can come. So if we count, then you can have head tail, you can have head head, you can have tail head, you can have tail tail. So these are the four possible combination that can become when we when we toss a coin twice. Now these are the total outcomes. The total outcomes comes out to be 4. The total cases can be 4. Now let us find out about favorable outcomes. Favorable outcomes are the one which we want to happen. Favorable outcomes. How many are the favorable outcomes? They are saying at most one head, that is maximum one head should appear. So you can receive things like HT, head first then tail, or you can receive tail first then head, or you might receive no tail. So no tail is also included because he has asked for at most one head. So there can be no head as well. Okay, maximum's limit is given, minimum's limit is not given. So we can take tail also where there is no head. Okay, so these are the favorable cases, that is 3. Now he has asked for the finding out the probability. Probability is nothing but the favorable outcomes divided by the total outcomes. So favorable outcomes are 3 and total outcomes are 4. So the probability simply becomes 3 by 4, and that is going to be the right answer. Okay, let us have the next question. 25 is saying evaluate this. So let us write the equation first. 5 cos square 60 plus 4 sec square 30 minus 10 square 45 divided by sine square 30 plus cos square 30. This is what we are supposed to calculate. So we know the values of using the trigonometric table. We can put the values of all these numbers, all these trigonometric values. So let's have cos 60 value is nothing but 1 by 2. So we can write 5 cos 60 in place of 5 cos 60. We can write 5 1 by 2 whole square plus 4 sec square 30. Sec 30 value is 2 by root 3. So in place of sec square 30, we can write 2 root 3 is whole square minus 10 square 45. 10 45 is 1, so we can write minus of 1 square in place of 10 square 45 divided by sine square 30. Sine 30 value is 1 by 2, so we can write 1 by 2 square plus cos square 30. We know the value of cos 30 is root 3 by 2, so we can write root 3 by 2's whole square in place of this. So after writing all these values, we can start solving. So this is becoming like 5 by 4 plus 16 by 3 minus 1 upon 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. If you solve this further, this becomes 67 by 12 divided by 4 by 4. That is nothing but 67 divided by 12. So that becomes the right answer. 67 by 12 is the final answer of this particular trigonometric expression. Let us have the another part solved. B. If A and B are acute angles such that sin A minus B equal to 0 and 2 cos A plus B minus 1 equal to 0, then find the values of A and B. This is what is asked. So the first thing he has given is sin A minus B equal to 0. Okay, let us use the fact, but sin A minus B equal to 0 is only possible when you write sin 0, because 0 is equal to sin 0. So if you compare both the things, left hand side and right hand side, we're going to get A minus B equal to 0. So this is the first equation. Another information that is given is 2 cos A plus B is equal to minus 1 is equal to 0. So we can write this 2 cos A plus B is equal to 1. So we can write cos A plus B is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, but cos in 1 by 2 occurs at cos 60. So we can, if we compare, we can get A plus B value as 60. This is equation number 2. So if we solve equation number 1 and equation number 2, that is if we add those two, so we get twice of A is equal to 60, and this gives us A value as 30 degree. And if we put the value of A 30 degree in the any of the equation, let us put this into equation number 1. Then what do we get? 30 minus B is equal to 0. So B value comes out to be 30 degree again. So we get the two angles A and B value. Then find the angles of A and B. So A value is also 30. B value is also 30. So that is the right answer. A and B values are coming out to be 30, 30 each. Okay. Let us go to the next one. Now, what are you saying? Okay. How many terms are there in an AP whose first and fifth terms are minus 14 and 2 respectively, and the last term is 62? Okay, this is what we are supposed to find out. So let us do it one by one. Let us have the first question, that is A. Okay, what he says in there, how many terms are there in AP whose first term, so the first term is given as A is given as minus 14, and fifth term, so that is fifth term can be calculated as T5 or A5, that is A plus n minus 1D or A plus 5 minus 1D. This is how the fifth term is calculated. Okay, so we have the fifth term as A plus 5 minus 1D. So let us put the value of A there. T5 is already given out to be 2. So 2 is equal to A value is minus 14 plus 5 minus 1 times D. So 2 is equal to minus 14 plus 4D. This is what the equation coming. So 4D value is 16. So D value comes out to be 4. So we have achieved the D. A is also there. So A and D have come. Now we are supposed to find out the last term is 62. So let's say the nth term is the last term. Let us say the nth term is the last term. Okay, is the last term. So how it is found out? An is found out as A plus n minus 1D. Okay, and that is already given out to be 62. So let us put all the values once again. A value was minus 14 plus n is unknown, that is the last term. D value we have just calculated to be 4, and that is equal to 62. If you solve this further, okay, this becomes how much? Minus 14 plus 4n minus 4 is equal to 62. So this gives us 4n is equal to 80. So n value comes out to be 20. Okay, n value comes out to be 20. So how many such terms are there in that AP? How many terms are there in that AP who's having these condition? Is nothing but n equal to 20, and that is the right answer. Okay, let us have the section. Let us have the other part, that is B. Which term of the AP, this is the first negative term? So let us write the values first. The 65, then there is 61, then there is 57, then there is 53, and this is how it goes. Okay, so let us identify our values. The A value is nothing but is the first term, that is 65. D value will be second term minus first term, that is 61 minus 65, that is minus 4. So this is our D. D value is minus 4, A value is 65. Using this, we can find out the first negative term. Let us assume, let's say nth term, let's say the nth term is the first negative term, is the first negative term. Okay, is the first negative term. So we can say nth term is the first negative term. So that means an that we have want to calculate, which is written as a plus n minus 1 d, that is the first negative term. So it has to be less than 0. If that is the first negative term, it has to be less than 0. So let us find out a plus n minus 1 d using a and d value that we have. So it is 65 plus n minus 1 times d value is minus 4, is has to be less than 0. If you solve this further, 65 plus 65 minus 4n plus 4 has to be less than 0. If you solve this further, this is we can say 69 is less than 4n, or we can say 4n is greater than 69. So n value is greater than 69 by 4. Okay, so n value has to be greater than, if we do 69 by 4, okay, so n value can be found out, which is nothing but 17.25. So n has to be greater than 17.25. So the greatest number just after 17.25, greatest integer just after 17.25 is nothing but is 18. So n value comes out to be 18. Okay, just greater than 17.25 should be 18. So n value should be 18. So we can say the 18 term will be the first negative term. Okay, 18 term will be the first negative term. Okay, so this is how we can solve this question. Okay. Now, prove that root 5 is an irrational number. That is what we are supposed to prove. So let us begin. So what are rational numbers? The number which can be expressed in the form of a by b, where a and b both are co-prime numbers. This is what is the definition of rational number, and those who are not rational are irrational ones. So let us say one thing. Let's say, let us do the other way around. Let us say that root 5 is a rational number. Okay, let us assume this, that the root 5 is a rational number. Okay, we are assuming that root 5 is a rational number. We are taking the other part, and if we are able to prove that root 5 is a rational number only and there is no contradiction, then we'll stick to the fact. If at all there are some contradiction in this theory that root 5 is not a rational number, we'll come back to the proving point. Okay, so if root 5 is a rational number, then root 5 can be expressed as a by b. Okay, where a and b are co-primes. A and b are co-primes. Co-prime are the number who don't have any common factor. Okay, so we'll try to find out any common factor if they a and b have. So root 5 is equal to a by b. Okay, this is what we can write. Now, so by this we can write b root 5 is equal to a. Now we are doing squaring both sides. Let us squaring both sides. Okay, if you square the both sides, what do we get? We get as 5b square is equal to a square. 5b square is equal to a square. This clearly indicates that 5 divides b square. Okay, b square is a multiple of 5. So there's a theorem which says if 5 divides b square, then 5 should also divide 5 also divide the right hand side. 5 also divide the right hand side, which is which is a square. Okay, which is a square. 5 also divide a square. This is the theorem. If the left hand side is a multiple of 5, then obviously right hand side should be also the multiple of 5. So if left hand side b square is a multiple of 5, then a square is also has to be multiple of 5. So if a square is a multiple of 5, in place of a square we can simply write 5c, where c is any natural number. A square is equal to 5c is a multiple of 5. Okay, this is what we can write. Now, if a square is equal to 5c, rather a is equal to 5c, a divides a is equal to 5c, then a square is going to be 25c square. A square is going to be 25c square. Now, in place of a square, we can write 25c square, where in our equation this. So if we write this in that particular equation, what does this give us? This gives us 5b square is equal to 25c square. 5b square is equal to 25c square. We have kept this in this equation. 5. So b square will be equal to 5c square. Okay, if we cut on both the sides, so b square is coming equal to 5c square. Now again the same theory. If on the right hand side if on the right hand side 5 divides c square, if on the right hand side 5 divides c square, okay, 5 divides c square, or we can say 5 divides 5c square, we can say both 5c square and 5c square is equal to 5 divides 5c square and 5c square is equal to b square, then 5 also divides, then 5 also divides b square. 5 also divides b square. So if 5 divides b square, then 5 also divides the under root of this. 5 also divides its under root, that is b. That is the complete theory. If 5 divides 5c square, as it is written, 5c square is equal to b. So b square, so 5 also divide b square. And there's one more theorem. If 5 divides b square, then 5 should also divide b. Okay, that is another theory. So 5 divides b, then we can write what? See, 5 is also dividing b, and here we got a result that 5 was dividing a also. 5 also divides a. Okay, there are two theories have come. 5 divides b and 5 divides a. That means 5 is a common factor. That means 5 is a common factor of a and b. 5 is dividing both, so 5 is a common factor of a and b. That means a and b are not co-primes. That means a and b are not co-primes. Okay, not co-primes number. So if a and b are not co-prime number, then our first theory that root 5 is an irrational number has been proven wrong, because that was based on a and b to be not co-primes. So if that theory has become wrong, so we can say what we assume, that root 5 is a rational number, is a wrong theory. So that means root 5 is not a rational number, but rather it is a not a rational number. So rather it is a irrational, an irrational number. It is a irrational number. Okay, that's how the theory becomes. So and that is the right answer. Root 5 is an irrational number, and we have proved it. Okay, now let us go to the next one. Prove that the angle between the two tangents drawn from an external point to a circle is supplementary to the angle subtended by the line segment joining the points of contact at the center. So for this, we need to draw a figure. For example, we have a circle like this. There is a center there. He's saying prove that the angle between the two tangents drawn from an external point. So let's draw the two tangent from an external point. This is one tangent, and this is going to be the another tangent. Okay, let's say this point is T, and where it joins the circle, let's say the points are x and y, where it is joining the circle. Okay, let us join this with radius, join this as center, and join with this center and making the radius. Okay, now let us join this line also. So they are saying prove that the angle between the two tangent drawn from an external point. Okay, so what is the angle? They are talking about this particular angle between two tangents drawn from external point. This particular angle which they are talking about in the first phrase of the question is nothing but, that is nothing but angle xty. That is that particular angle which they are talking about, the angle between the two tangents. Okay, now what is the other angle they are talking about? Is supplementary to the angle subtended by the line segment joining the points of a contact at the center. So the other angle they are talking about is angle subtended by the line segment joining the 2 points. Okay, so the 2 points have been joined, joining the 2 points, joining the point of contact at the center, joining the point of contact at the center. So they are the other angle that they are talking about is nothing but your xt xoy. Other angle they are talking about is xoy. This is what is the angle they are talking about. Okay, let us have this as o. So xoy is the other angle they are talking about in the other part of the question. They are talking about xoy in this part, and they are talking about xty in the first part. So let us establish something. So as we have joined OX and OY, so we can easily say that these two angles are 90-degree. Logic being, what we are saying, angle OXT is equal to angle OYT, and both are equal to 90-degree. The reason behind that is tangent. One is the tangent and one is the radius, and tangent is always perpendicular to the radius of the circle. So these two angles are 90-degree. Now let us have angle sum in the quadrilateral. We have a four-sided figure in the quadrilateral TXOY. We have a quadrilateral TXOY. Let's have the angle sum. See, the angle sum of any quadrilateral is always 360-degree. So if we join them, so what are the angle? The first angle is angle TXO, then the angle is angle XOY, plus the angle is OYT, plus the angle is YTX is equal to, this all should be equal to 360-degree. Okay, this is the angle sum. Now we already know the angle OXT and OYT value, that is nothing but 90 degrees. So we can replace this. OXT is nothing but TXO. So this is 90 degree. And another angle is OYT. OYT is this one. So this is also 90 degree. So what we remain with is plus of angle XOY plus angle YTX. This is what we are left out with, is equal to 360 degree. So that means angle XOY plus angle YTX is equal to 360 minus 180. That is nothing but 180 degree. Okay. So what we can say, that angle XOY plus angle YTX is nothing but 180 degree. Okay. This is what is the result that we get outside. Now angle XOY is which one? XOY is the angle that they talked about in the second phase of the question. Angle subtended by the line segment joining the point of contact at the center. So this is that angle XOY they are talking about. They are, now the result has come. This angle plus the angle, other angle is YTX. YTX is nothing but the angle between the two tangents. So these two angles are, the sum of these two angles are coming out to be 180 degree, and the two angles whose sum is 180 degree are always supplementary. So it has been concluded that angle XOY and angle YTX are nothing but supplementary angles. Okay, are nothing but the supplementary angles, because their sum is coming out to be 180 degree only, supplementary angles. So it has been proven. Now the next question, there has got two parts of it. Let's have the first part. They say sine A minus sine, let us write the question, sine A minus 2 sine cube A upon 2 cos cube A minus cos A is equal to 10A. This is what is the question. So let us do something. Let us take the left hand side. Okay, in the left hand side, let us take the sine A common. If you take the sine A common, the numerator part, it gives you 1 minus 2 sine square A. And in the denominator part, if you take cos A common, that gives you 2 cos square A minus 1. Okay, this is what it gives you. But see, 1 minus 2 sine square A is nothing but the formula of cos 2A. Similarly, 2 cos square A minus 1 is nothing but the formula of cos 2A. So both are the formulas of cos 2A. So we can simply write sine A cos 2A, and on the denominator we can write cos A and cos 2A. With these two things we can write, and if we cancel this, we do two things with together, so it is going to be sine A by cos A, and which is nothing but simply the 10A, and which is nothing but your right hand side. So we have proved left hand side is equal to right hand side, that is 10A, and has been proven. Okay, let us have the B part of the same question. What is there in the B part? Prove that sec A multiplied by 1 minus sine A multiplied by sec A plus 10A has to be proven to be 1. So let us take the left hand side only. Okay, let us take the left hand side, and then in the left hand side what we can do, we can multiply the terms inside. So if we multiply, we get what? Sec A minus sec A sine A. This is the first term, and multiplied with sec A plus 10A. That is the left hand side. Now sec A minus sec A sine A. So what we can do, we can let this sec A like that only, and in place of uh, the sec A is written as sec A. So in place of other sec A, we can write 1 upon cos A, because sec A is nothing but 1 upon cos A only, inverse of cos A. So, and then sine A is as it is, and the later part of the bracket is also as it is, 10A. Okay, now sec A minus 1 upon cos A. So now what is sine A upon cos A is nothing but 10A. So in place of this, we can write sec A minus 10A. And on the other bracket, we can see sec A plus 10A. Okay, these are two things that we get. Now A minus B and A plus B. This is becoming like A minus B, and this is becoming like A plus B. A minus B and A plus B is nothing but A minus B multiplied by A plus B is nothing but the formula called as A square minus B square. That is the explanation. So we can do the same thing here. So we can write sec square A minus 10 square A. But sec square A minus 10 square A is 1. There is an identity, trigonometrical identity, which says sec square A minus 10 square A is nothing but 1. So right hand side comes out to be 1, and which was already available there. Right hand side was 1. So we can prove that left hand side is equal to right hand side. And we have proven this. Okay. Next. Now, two concentric circles are of radius 5 centimeter and 3 centimeter. These are the two concentric circle given. Now, in the question number 30, they say two concentric circle are of radii 5 centimeter and 3 centimeter. So let us draw the two concentric circle first with the radiuses as given. So let us have the small circle with radius 3 centimeter and let us have a bigger circle of radius 5 centimeter. So let us have the center common as O, and this is the small radius that is of 3 centimeter, and this is the bigger radius. Let us have this drawn here. So this is the bigger radius. Let us assign some points. Okay, let's have a tangent drawn from the other circle, because they say find the length of the chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle. So there has to be a chord of larger circle which would touch the smaller circle. Let us draw it like that. So it is going to be like this. This is the chord of the bigger circle which is touching the smaller circle, and the radius here is 5 centimeter. Okay, so we can have the radius drawn from here. This is nothing but 5 centimeters. So this particular radius is 5 centimeter in length. This particular length is 5 centimeter. Then let us name these point as, the first point let us name it as, this is A, the chord is AB, so this is the other point B. Okay, then we can join these two things also. This will also be useful. So there's an inner circle which has got a radius of 3 centimeter. There is a large circle which has got a radius of 5 centimeter. There's a chord. This is the chord AB of the larger circle which is touching the smaller circle at point this. Let us name this point as T. So this is what is the figure. Now what are they asking for? What are we supposed to calculate? They are saying find the length of the chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle. What we are supposed to do? We are supposed to find out the length of the chord of the larger circle. That is, we are supposed to find out the side AB. Now, let us see the figure, and we can see one thing. O is the center and T is the point where the OT is the radius of the smaller circle. So we can say OT is perpendicular to AB. Why we can say that? Because OT is nothing but the radius of the inner circle. OT is nothing but the radius of inner circle, and AB is nothing but tangent. AB is nothing but the tangent to the circle, tangent to the inner circle only, inner circle. So we know that tangent and radius are perpendicular to each other. Always the tangent and radius are perpendicular to each other. So that's why we can say that OT is perpendicular to AB. This is the first thing that we notice. Now we can see triangle OTA. Okay, this is the triangle OTA drawn here. We can see this triangle OTA. In this triangle OTA, OA is the radius of the outer circle, that is nothing but 5. OA is the radius of the outer circle, that is nothing but 5. OA is 5 centimeter, or the 5 unit we can say. Similarly, OT is the radius of the inner circle, that is nothing but 3. Okay, we are supposed to find out the AT by this. We can find out AT using this. So this is a right triangle as OT is perpendicular to AB. So in triangle OTA, which is the right triangle, we can have the Pythagoras theorem. We can apply the Pythagoras theorem, okay, which says hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Hypotenuse square here is nothing but the OA square is going to be base square is OT square and perpendicular square is AT square. So this is how it is. Now, so hypotenuse value is already given to us. H value is nothing but OA. So OA's value is 5. So it is going to be 5 square is equal to OT square is already the radius of the inner circle plus AT square. So if we solve this, AT square comes out to be 25 minus 9, that is 16. So this is what gives us AT is equal to 4 or 4 centimeter. Okay, AT is equal to 4 centimeter. So AT is 4 centimeter. Now we can do one more thing. What is that thing is? See, AB, we are supposed to find out the length of AB is nothing but twice of AT. Why so? Because there is a theorem that the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to the chord bisects the chord. What is the theorem? Perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to the chord bisects the chord, bisects the chord. Okay, this is the theorem. So that means the AT value is half of that we can say AT value is nothing but half of AB, and we can say AB is going to be twice of AT. Similarly, we can say AB is going to be twice of AT, and we already know the AT value as 4 centimeter. So that gives us AB is equal to 2 into 4, that is nothing but 8 centimeters. So that is the length of the cord which was required in the question, length of the cord. Okay, so answer is 8 centimeter is the final length. Now find the value of p for which the quadratic equation px into x minus 2 plus 6 equal to 0 has two equal roots. So let us frame the equation first. This is px into x minus 2 plus 6 equal to 0. If you multiply, this is going to be px square minus 2px plus 6 is equal to 0. If we solve this, so this is going to be the quadratic equation. Okay, now we can compare this with ax square plus bx plus c. So we can get the a value as p, b value as minus 2p, and c value as 6. So for two equal real roots, okay, for two equal and real roots, the discriminant d has to be equal to 0. This is the condition, d equal to 0 for two equal and real roots. Okay, this is the condition for two equal and real roots. Your discriminant should be equal to 0. What is discriminant? Is nothing but b square minus 4ac. So let us find out b square minus 4ac with the values that are given to us. So b is minus 2p, so b square minus 4 into a value is p into c is nothing but 6. If you solve this further, how much is this? 4p square minus 24p. Okay, this becomes 4p square minus 24p, and that is d, and it has to be 0 for the real and equal roots. So we can take 4p common. We remain with p minus 6 is equal to 0, which gives us nothing. P is equal to 6 because p equal to 0 is not there, but p equal to 6 is the final answer. So the required value of p for which this equation will give two real and equal root is nothing but p is equal to 6, and that is the answer. Now, what says the 32 question? There are two parts of it. Okay, the first part is a straight highway leads to a foot of a tower. A man standing on the top of the 75-meter high observes the two cars at an angle of depression of 30 degree and 60 degree. So let us make it. Straight highway leads to a tower. Let us make the tower. Okay, let us make the tower. We are doing the A part. We are making the tower. Okay, a man standing on the top of the 75-meter high tower. So the height of the tower is 75 meter as given. Okay, watches observe two car at an angle of depression of 30 degree and 60 degree. So 30 degree and 60 degree, two angles should be created. Okay, so that's what the angle of depression means. So this one will be 60 degree and this one will be 30 degree, because as far you go the angle reduces. So the farther angle will be 30 degree. And two angles which are approaching the foot of the tower. So let us name these points. This is, let us say, this is B, this is C, this is D, and this is A point. So foot of the tower is nothing but B. B is the foot of the tower. On the same side, find the distance between the two cars. So we are supposed to find out the distance CD. Okay, the two cars are C and D at the position C and D. So we are supposed to find out CD. So let us watch triangle ABC. If you see triangle ABC and if we apply 1060 degree, so 1060 degree is nothing but perpendicular over base. The perpendicular for ABC is AB and the base is BC. Okay, so and 1060 value is nothing but root 3. So we can put the value of AB as 75. So root 3 is equal to 75 by BC. This is what we get, and this gives us BC is equal to 75 by root 3. If we multiply and divide by the same root 3 to both the numbers, what do we get? We get the BC value as 75 root 3 by 3, that is nothing but 25 root 3 centimeter. That is the value of BC coming, 725 root 3 centimeter. That is the BC, but we are supposed to find out CD. So we'll again take the triangle, bigger triangle, that is ABD. In triangle ABD, let us again apply the 1030, the tan theta, that is perpendicular over base. The perpendicular is AB. The base is now BC plus CD. Base is bigger, BC plus CD, and then 1030 value is nothing but 1 by root 3, and AB value is nothing but again 75, and BC value we just calculated in the first part, that is 25 root 3, 25 root 3. So we can replace BC as 25 root 3 plus CD. Okay, this is the thing that we get. Now let us solve it a little more down. Okay, now this is what it is. So let us solve for CD. If you cross multiply, you're going to get 25 root 3 plus CD is equal to 75 root 3. Okay, this is what you get, 25 root 3 plus CD, and CD 25 root 3 plus CD is equal to 75 root 3. Okay, if you solve this equation further, then you're gonna get CD is equal to 75 root 3 minus 25 root 3. If you solve this further, you can take root 3 common. It becomes root 3 into 75 minus 25 is nothing but 50. So it comes out to be 50 into the root 3 value can be taken as 1.73. If you multiply them together, it becomes 86.5 meters. So that is the answer. The value of CD, that is the distance between two cars, is nothing but 86.5 meters. That is the right answer. Okay, let us see the other part as well. The other part says from the top of a 7-meter high building, the angle of elevation of top of a cable tower. So there are two objects there. There's a 7-meter high building, and then there is a cable tower also. And from the top of the building, angle of elevation to the top of the cable tower is 60 degree, and the angle of depression of its foot is 30 degree. So let us make the figure first. Okay, as they say, we're gonna make the figure in the same way. They say there's a 7-meter high building. Okay, as it is stated, there's a 7-meter high building. So let us make a 7-meter high building. So this is the building, and the height is 7 meter. And from the top of the 7-meter high building, the angle of elevation of a cable tower. So then if there is an angle of elevation, then obviously cable tower has to be of large length. So this is the cable tower, and they say the angle of elevation of the cable tower is nothing but 60 degree. And at the same time, they say the angle of depression from the building to the foot of the cable tower is 30 degrees. So that means this particular angle is 30 degree. This particular angle, the depression angle, is 30 degree. So if this is angle, as we know that angle of elevation is equal to angle of depression, so this particular angle also transfers to 30 degree. Okay, so this is the figure we have. Let us name our figure. This is AB, and this is nothing but your cable tower. This is nothing but your cable tower. Okay, and this is your 7-meter high building. Okay, we just let us name this as building. Okay, this is nothing but your building. Okay, 7-meter high building, and this is A, this is B. So let us name this as C, the center value, and this as D, and let us name this as E. So this is the figure that we have. So obviously if ED is 7 meters, so CB is also going to be 7 meter, because that is a straight line only parallel to each other. So now let us start the question. Now let us have triangle BDE. What are we supposed to find out? Let us just quickly see what are we supposed to find out. We are supposed to find out, determine the height of the tower. So we are supposed to find out the height of the cable tower. So the height of the cable tower is obviously AC plus 7. Okay, so we'll take that. So first of all, we need to find out we need to apply the 10 formula in the triangle BDE. So in triangle BDE, if you see, and if you take on 10 30 degree, that will be perpendicular over base, that is nothing but ED over BD, that is the perpendicular and the base. Okay, 1030 value is nothing but 1 by root 3, so we can use that. And ED value is nothing but 7 meter, that is the height of the building, divided by BD value is not known to us. Let us write BD as it is BD. Okay, so this can give us the BD value. If you cross multiply, the BD value is coming out to be 7 root 3 meter. So BD value is coming out to be 7 root 3 meter. Now let us have triangle ACE. If you see in the triangle ACE and you apply 1060 degree, then what do you get is perpendicular over base again. The perpendicular of triangle AC is nothing but AC divided by CE. Now 1060 value is nothing but root 3. So root 3 is equal to AC divided by CE. Okay, CE value. But as you know that CE is exactly equal to DB, and we have just calculated DB or BD as 7 root 3 meter. So CE is also 7 root 3 meter. So we can write root 3 is equal to AC is still unknown divided by 7 root 3. So here where we can find out AC is equal to 7 into 3, that is nothing but 21 meter. Okay, and we are supposed to find out the whole height of the cable tower. So that will be AC plus 7-meter high building. So the complete height, that is AB, is nothing but 21 plus 7, that is going to be 28 meter, and that is the final answer. Height of the cable tower is 28 meter. Now, next question. D is a point on the side BC of a triangle ABC such that angle AD is equal to angle BAC. Prove that CA square is equal to CB into CD. So let us make the figure first. Okay. D is a point on the side BC of a triangle. So let's make the triangle first. Okay. Let's say this is the triangle. Okay, let's say this is the triangle. This is your point A, this is your point B, this is your point C. Let us join the line A with BC. So let us name this point D, and there is this angle A, and there is this angle ADC. So these talking about D is a point on the side BC. So D is a point on the side BC of a triangle AB. So that angle ADC equal to BAC. So we can every time say ADC, that is this angle, is equal to angle BAC. So equal to this angle. So these two angles are equal. Okay. Now we are supposed to prove CA square is equal to CB into CD. So let us see this triangle. And if we compare closely between triangle ADC and triangle ABC, what do we observe is angle ADC is equal to angle BAC. That is already given by him. Already given. What else we observed? See, in both the triangle ADC and triangle ABC, the angle C is common. Okay, it is coming in both. So we can simply write angle C is equal to angle C. It is common thing. Okay, in a common angle. So by using angle axiom, in this we can write triangle ADC is nothing but similar to triangle ABC. And how we have done that? We have used angle axiom. Two angles have been correspondingly equal, so angle axiom has proven it. Okay, so if the two triangles have been equal, so the corresponding side ratio should also become equal. Let us keep on writing the corresponding side. So AD will be corresponding to BA, so it will be equal to DC, whose corresponding side will be AC, and it will be equal to AC, whose corresponding side will be BC. So these corresponding side have an equal ratio. So we can simply relate DC by AC is equal to AC by BC. Okay, DC by AC is equal to AC by BC. And if we cross multiply here, what do we get? AC square is equal to BC into DC, or we can rewrite this in the other way around as CA square is equal to CB into CD, and that's what we were required to prove and has been proven. Okay, let us go for the next part of it, the B part of the question. Okay, the B part says if AD and PM are medians of a triangle ABC and PQR. So there has to be two triangles drawn and median to be created. Where triangle ABC is similar to PQR, then prove that AB by PQ is equal to AD by PM. So let us bring it down and draw the figure first. What he said in the B part, he said was AD and PM are the medians of a triangle ABC and PQR. So let us make the triangle ABC and PQR first. This is our triangle A B, C, and let us have one more triangle as P, Q, R. These are the two triangles on. He said AD and BC are the AD and the PM are the medians. Okay, AD and PM are the medians. So median means the side bisector of the opposite side. Okay, they are the two medians. Okay, so now one more thing he has said as triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. He has already stated. So whenever the two triangles are similar in nature, similar by law, by property, then obviously the corresponding side have equal ratios. Okay, so the corresponding side of AB is nothing but PQ. So they have a ratio this. Corresponding side of BC is nothing but QR, and corresponding side of the third side AC is nothing but PR, and they share the similar ratio because similar triangles have got similar ratio. Corresponding side is also equal. One more thing that we can derive from this particular law is angle A is equal to angle P. Similarly, angle B is equal to angle Q, and similarly angle C is equal to angle R. Okay, why we can say that? Because the two triangles are similar, so each angle should be equal to each other. So this is what has been done. Each corresponding angles are equal to each other. Okay, now as AD and PM are medians, so they should be subtracting the opposite side, bisecting the opposite side in equal halves. So we can say these two halves are equal. BD and DC equal, QM and M are equal. So if this is the case, then BC is equal to twice of BD. So BC is equal to simply twice of BD, and also QR is equal to twice of QM, because they have been bisected by the medians. Okay, so the D and M are the midpoints. Okay, so this result can be obtained. Now, as we know that AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR. So in place of BC, we can write 2BD. This was driven in this particular information. Okay, so 2BD divided by in place of QR, what we can write? In place of QR, we can write 2QM, and that was also equal to AC by PR. Okay, this substitution has been done in this particular ratio. Okay, so now this is it. 2 can be cancelled. So what do we remain with? We remain with AB by PQ is equal to BD by QM is equal to AC by PR. This is what we remain with. Now let us one more time see the triangles that were there. Let us see triangle ABD and triangle PQM. If you see them, what do you observe? AB by PQ is equal to BD by QM. They are the corresponding side ratios, so they have to be equal. One more thing, we have proven that angle B is equal to angle Q. By this particular angle calculation, we have proven that angle B is equal to angle Q because the two triangles are similar. So using this, we can say that triangle ABD is similar to triangle PQM. Why we can say that? By side angle side similarity. We can say that the side angle side similarity law, the triangle ABD is also is similar to PQM because the corresponding side are equal and the common angle is also equal between them. So ABD is similar to PQM, and if ABD is similar to PQM, then obviously their corresponding side ratio should be equal. So what are the corresponding side of between ABD and PQM? Is nothing but AB by PQ is equal to AD by PM. These are the corresponding side ratio of the two triangles, and that's what was required to be proven. So it has been proven. Now, question number 34, what they say, a student was asked to make a model shaped like a cylinder with two cones attached to the ends. So let us make the cylinder first. So this is a kind of a cylindrical figure for which the model has been created. Okay. And make a model shaped like a cylinder with two cones attached to its end. So let us attach two cone to its end. This is one cone and this is the another cone. Two cones have been attached outside aluminum sheet. The diameter of the model is 3 centimeters. So the model's diameter is 3 centimeters. So we can say this much length is 3 centimeter. What else? And its total length is 12 centimeters. So total length of the model from here to here is nothing but 12 centimeter. So total length of the model from here to here is 12 centimeter. The diameter, okay. And if each one has height of 2 centimeters, so each one has height means the each cone has got a height of 2 centimeters. So from here to here, we can write how much? This length is 2 centimeter. And similarly from here to here, this height is also 2 centimeter is 2 centimeters. So this is the dimension. Okay. Now, what are we supposed to find out? Find the volume of the air contained in the models. So for volume, for the air volume, we need to find out the volume of the whole figure or the whole model. So we are supposed to find out the length of the cylinder first. Everything is given, but we are supposed to find out the length of the cylinder. So length of the cylinder will be how much? Length of the whole model, that is the 12 minus length of uh, the height of the two cones minus the height twice of height of the two cones. Height of two cones. Okay, so that is nothing but 12 minus 2 into 2, that is 12 minus 4 is equal to 8 centimeters. So the length of the cylinder itself is 8 centimeter. We can show that here. This particular length is nothing but 8 centimeter. We can say that height of the cylinder is also 8 centimeter. Now let us try to find out the volume. So before that, we need to find out the radius of the cones also. Radius is nothing but half of the diameter. So diameter is 3, so it is going to be 3 by 2, that is nothing but 1.5 centimeter. And this will be also the radius of the, this was the radius of cylinder. This will also be the radius of cone as well because they are attached together. Now let us find out the volume formula now. Volume of the whole figure will be volume of cylinder plus 2 into volume of the cones. Okay, so this will be done. So let us find out the volume of cylinder. The volume of cylinder is nothing but pi r square capital H, that is the height, plus twice of volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square H. Okay, these are the two things that are there. So let us use it. Okay, let us take pi r square common because radius is common for both cylinder and cone. So we can take r square also outside. We remain with h plus 2 by 3 h. Okay, where h is the height of the cylinder, and small h is the height of the cone. These are the two heights used. Let us put the values now. If you put the values in it, you're going to get 22 by 7 for pi into r is nothing but 3 by 2 or 1.5 square. And then inside bracket was height of the cylinder, that was 8, plus height of the twice of the height of the cone, that was nothing but height of the cone was 2 centimeter. Okay, so we're supposed to do 2 by 3 h, so 2 by 3 times h value was, height of the cone was 2 itself. So let us solve this further. This brings out 22 into 3 into 28 divided by 7 into 4. If you solve this further, this comes out to be 66 centimeter cube, and that is going to be the final volume of the model given, 66 centimeter cube, and that is the right answer. Now 35 question. Okay, let us see 35 question. The monthly expenditure on milk in 200 families of a housing society is given. So it's a statistical based question. So let us redraw the figure. So, and they have also said there are family of 200 members. So we can say, we can calculate the x value. The number of families are given here and that their total is 200. So we can find out x. So x will be nothing but 200 minus sum of all the rest of number of family, that is 24 plus 40 plus 30 plus 33 plus 22 plus 16 plus 7, and that becomes how much? That becomes 200 minus 172, and that is nothing but your 28. So the x value is coming out to be 28. Let us shape the table first. Okay, let us shape the table, okay, so that we can find out the whatever is required, we can find out the mean of it. So first of all, you have monthly expenditure. Okay, let us write monthly expenditure for that, ME. Then you have number of families, so let's write fi for that. Then you have mid value, so we can have xi, the mid value. Okay, mid xi. And then we are supposed to find out xi into fi, and then we'll be finding out the cumulative frequency, because the median is also required. So the mid value, the monthly expenditures are 1000 to 1500, that is one range. Then 1500 to 2000, that is another range. Then 2000 to 2500, another range, 2500. 2500 to 3000 is a range. Then 3000 to 3500 is a range. Then 3500 to 4000 is a range. Then 4000 to 4500 is a range. Then 4500 to 5000 is a range. These are the ranges. Let us write the frequency value as given in the question also. 24, 40, 33. X value we have calculated 28. Next value is 30. Next is 22. Next is 16. Next is 7. Okay, let us find out the mid value between these ranges. What are the mid values? The first mid value is 1250. Another mid value is 1750. Another mid value is 2250. Okay, these are the corresponding mid values. Next mid value is against 28 is 2750. Next mid value against 30 is nothing but 3250. Next value mid value against 22 is nothing but 3750. Next mid value against 16 is 4250, and the last mid value is nothing but 4750. These are the mid values that we get. Okay. Now let us do the xi into fi. Frequency is also available. So if you do the product of them, the first product will be between 24 and 1250. How much is that coming? 24 and 2050 is okay. Let us do the product. Okay. If you do the product, the first value comes out to be 30,000. Okay, this is coming as 30,000. Next value is the product of the another one is 70,000. Product of the another one is 74,250. Okay, product of the another one is your 77,000. The next product is 97,500. Next product is 82,500. Next product is 68,000. Next product is 33,250. Now, let us understand the cumulative frequency. So, the first cumulative frequency will be nothing but 24. Then the cumulative frequency will be 24 plus 40 is going to be 64. Then next will be 64 plus 33, that is 97. And if we keep on adding, so the cumulative frequencies are these 125, then 155, then it's 177, then is 193, then is 200. So these are the cumulative frequency and this is your table. So let us find out summation fi. Summation fi is already given that there are 200 families. So this is the summation fi value. We have to find out summation xi into fi. So we have to do the total of this. If we do the total of this, this comes out to be 5,32,500. That is the total. So now let us find out the mean value. The formula for mean is nothing but summation xi fi over summation fi. Okay, let us we know the value. So summation xi fi is 5,32,500 divided by summation fi is nothing but 200. So if we divide this, this gives you 266.2662.5 rupees. Okay, so that is the mean value, okay, which was asked in the first part of it. So mean value has been calculated. Now let us approach for the median value also. The table is still seen. Okay, so mean value is 266.62.5. This 2662.5 is available in which of the frequency range? It is available in the frequency range of uh, 2500 to 3000. Okay, this will be found in this particular range, 2500 to 3000. This particular frequency, this particular mean value will be found out in this very range. So this is important for us. Okay, so now the first thing is, so n by 2, there were total 200 families, so the total n was 200. So if you find out n by 2, it is going to be 200 by 2, that is 100. Okay, so the 100th observation also lies in the same class. That is what is the mean frequency comes out from. Okay, so 100 frequency will also lie in this particular range only, because the maximum value is 125 and 100 is below that, so it will be lying onto this particular frequency range only. Okay, and the model class, the median class becomes 2500 to 3000. This is what is the median class becomes. From there where we can find out different values. So the first value that is to find out is lower class limit. So lower class limit is as seen is 2500 only. The next value to be found out is capital N, that we already know there are 200 families. Next value to find out is the frequency of the median class. That the frequency of the median class is, if you see the frequency of the median class is seen here, that is 28. So it is visible there. Then we are supposed to find out the cumulative frequency of the class preceding to the median class, that we take as f naught also sometimes. Cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. So median class is 28. Prior to that, the cumulative frequency is 97. So the cumulative frequency to be taken is 97 prior to the median class. Then h is nothing but the class width. So class width is nothing but 3000 minus 2500, so that is going to be 500. So let us use all these values in the formula for a median. The formula for a median says median is equal to L plus capital N by 2 minus cumulative frequency or of the preceding class divided by frequency of the median class into the class width. So if you put the values there, so L value is 2500 plus N is 200 by 2 minus cumulative frequency was 97 of the previous class divided by the frequency value was 28 and the class width was 500. Okay, if let us solve this equation further, what does this give us? This is going to be 2500 plus, if you solve this further, this is giving 3 by 7 into 125. If you solve this further, this is giving you 2553.571, and that is finally becoming the median of the whole chart. So this is the median, and the mean has been already calculated in this part as 262.5. Now, these are the answers. Now, 36. What is there in 36? That two schools P and Q decided to award prizes to students for two games hockey rupees X. So for the game of hockey, the prize per student to be given is rupees X. For game of cricket, the prize to be given for each student is rupees Y. Okay. The school P decided to give total money as 9,500 to 5 and 4 students respectively. That is 5 for hockey and 4 for cricket. While school Q is decided to award rupees 7,370. They have a different sum, to 4 to hockey ones, 3 to the cricket player ones. So we have to solve some questions based on that. The first thing, represent the following information algebraically in terms of x and y. This is the first thing given. So as you know, hockey's price of hockey is nothing but x rupees for each student. X rupees for each student. Price of cricket is nothing but Y rupees for each student. Okay, this is the information given. Now, one more thing. This was for hockey, this was for cricket. So for the first case, when the school P, for the case of school P, the total money is 9,400, 9,500, and this can be given by, they're going to five hockey players. So that is, the total money of hockey is 5x plus four cricket players. So total money of cricket player is 4y. So 5x plus 4y is equal to 9,500. This becomes the first equation. Similarly, we can form the other equation for the school Q. There are there are 4 and 3 students for hockey and cricket respectively, and the total sum is 7,370. So we can also write 4x plus 3y is equal to 7,370. This becomes our equation number 2. So we have expressed the situation in the form of algebraic equation. So the first part is done here. Second part, what they say in the second part? What is the price of amount for hockey? So we need to solve these two equations for that. 5x plus 4y. So what we can do is we can solve it by n number of ways. Let us find out the easiest way. So let us multiply what we are doing to solve. Multiply multiply equation number 1 by 3 and equation number 2 by 4. Okay, if we do this, multiply equation number 1 by 3, if we do this, this becomes 15x plus 12y is equal to 28500. That becomes the equation number 3 for us. And if you multiply the second equation by 4, it becomes 16x plus 12y is equal to 29,480. Okay, this is the next equation, that is equation number 4. So these are two equations for us. So 12y becomes common, so we can subtract those two equations. If we subtract, if we do the minus here, so we're gonna get x value is equal to, if we subtract here, the x value is coming out to be 980. So x value was the value of the award for hockey for each student. That's what was asked. What is the prize amount for hockey? The prize amount for hockey is nothing but 980. So the answer is done. Now let us go for the other part, that is B part. What is there in B part? Prize amount for which game is more and by how much? So for that we need to find out y also, then only we can say which is more. So x value has come. Let's put x equal to 980 in any of the equation. So let us put the x equal to 980 in equation number 1 only. Okay, in equation number 1 only, that is x equal to 990 is has been placed here. If you place it here, this becomes 5 into 980 plus 4y is equal to 9,500, which gives 4y is equal to 9,500 minus 4,900, that is nothing but 4,600. So if you divide it by 4, the y value comes out to be 1150. Okay, y value comes out to be 1150 rupees, and that is the price for cricket only. They were asking for who has got the higher price. So obviously cricket has got the higher price. Okay, who has got the higher price? Cricket has got the higher price. Okay, cricket has got the higher price, and by how much? So for that we need to subtract. Let us subtract 1150 minus 980. If you subtract them both, you get the result as 170 rupees. So the difference is 170 rupees, and cricket has got the higher price. This is the answer of that particular question. Now there is a third. What will be the total prize amount if there are two students each from two games? Total prize amount if two students each from two games. So if there are two students each from two games, so the equation becomes twice of x plus twice of y. That is what we are supposed to find out. So we can take 2 common, we can make x plus y. Okay, so it is twice of x value is 980, y value is 1150. If you add it together, then it becomes how much? It becomes simply 4260 rupees. So that is the final answer of this question. Next, Jagdish has a field which is in the shape of a right angle triangle AQC at a scene here, and he wants to have a space in the form of square PQRS inside the field of growing wheat and the remaining for the. So these are the things given and figure has been drawn. So let us start the question. The first thing he says is taking O as the origin. So the coordinate of O is nothing but 0 0 here. Coordinates of P are minus 200 and 0, and Q are 200 and 0. And what are the coordinates of R and S? So we are supposed to find out the coordinate of R and S first. So as you can see, PQRS is a square. We can easily see PQRS is nothing but a square. So if it is a square, then all the sides of a square are equal. So PQ is equal to QR is equal to RS is equal to PS. So the four sides are equal. So let us find out the length of PQ. The length of PQ is nothing but by the coordinate, it is 200 minus of 200. because the coordinate q has got the x coordinate as minus 200, and coordinate p has got x coordinate as 200. So if you solve this, this becomes 400. So the length of the pq is nothing but 400 units. Okay. Now, so the coordinate of r will be what? Coordinate of r will be nothing but x coordinate is obviously 200. See, the r is located here, so x coordinate is obviously 200, and the y coordinate will be the height of rq that we just calculated to be 400 unit, because rq is nothing but equal to pq only. So that's why the height of pq is, the value of pq is nothing but height value of qr. So this is what is the coordinate of r. Now they are supposed to find out the coordinate of s. So similarly, the coordinate of s will be what? On the negative side, we have come minus 200, and on the y-axis, the because it is a square, so the height is also the same. So the height is 400. So coordinate becomes minus 200 and 400. So coordinate of 200 is minus 200 and comma 400. These are the coordinate of s. That is the answer of the first part. Okay, what is the area of the square PQRS? So area of the square can be easily calculated. Area is nothing but side square. Area of the square is nothing but side square, and the side value is 400. So we can do the 400 square, that is nothing but 1,60,000 square units. Okay, or unit square. Okay, whatever way we want to write. So this is the area of the square. That is the answer of the part second. Now there are part B available also. What is in there in part B? What is the length of diagonal PR in the square? So the square is like this, okay, where each side is 400 units. Each side is 400 units. They are asking for the length of the diagonal. So there's a direct formula for finding out the diagonal's length. A diagonal is equal to nothing but side root 2. Okay, side root 2 is the length of the diagonal. So side value is 402 into root 2. So that it becomes simply 400 root 2 units. Okay, so this is the length of the diagonal that can be received directly. Now, the third point is, if S divides CA in the ratio K is to 1, what is the value of K where point A is 200 and 800? So let us go back to the figure. Okay, the point A's coordinate is given as 200 comma 800, and C's coordinate we are supposed to know. So C's coordinate is nothing but, if you see from the origin side, the it is gone 1 square is equal to minus 100. So it is going to be, how many squares are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 squares are there. So the x coordinate simply becomes minus 600 comma y coordinate is 0, because the point C lies on the x-axis. So y coordinate is 0. So the coordinates are minus 600 and 0 of the point C. So we can draw this line and place the coordinates. So this is a line like this, where this coordinates are minus 600 comma 0, and the coordinate here is, the coordinate of the other point is nothing but, they have already given the coordinate of the point is nothing but 200 comma 800. So the coordinate of this point is 200 comma 800. Let us, and they are saying there's a point, they are asking for, there's a point S divides CA in the ratio K is to 1. So this is our CA and S is somewhere here. So let us say this is K and this is 1, this is C and this is A. So this is the point S which is dividing the sides into K is to 1. So let us take the values. Okay, so let us say this is x1, y1, and let us say this is x2 and y2. Okay, so we can use the section formula for the case of distribution in a particular ratio. What is our section formula? Section formula for this case is nothing but, uh, section formula for this case is x coordinate of the point S. Let us say the coordinates are x and y. X coordinate of the point S can be calculated by m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2, where m1 in our case is k and m2 in our case is 1. Okay, so let us put the value, and x value we already know, that is the coordinate of S we already know. Okay, if you see the coordinate of S, they are minus 200 and 400. These are the coordinate of S, minus 200 and 400. So we already know the coordinates. So, and the other coordinate will be, y coordinate will be 400. So we can write that also. Y coordinate will be m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2, and where m1 and m2 are nothing but k and 1, and y coordinate is already calculated to be 400. So let us use this. So 400 is equal to m1 y2, m1 is k, y2 value is 800. So 800k plus m2 value is 1, y1 value is 0. So plus 1 into 0, this is the first calculation of the numerator, divided by m1 plus m2 is nothing but k plus 1, and that is already coming out to be 400. So let us solve this. 800k divided by k plus 1 is nothing but 400. If you cross multiply, 800k is equal to 400k plus 400. Okay, if you subtract, 400k is coming out to be 400, so k value is coming out to be nothing but 1. So that's what they had asked for. What is the value of k? So the k value comes out to be 1. So that is the right answer. Okay, let us go for the next question. So there's a area to be drawn where there's a playground. On left hand side there are two arcs created, and there's a sectors created or quadrants created. Okay, and then there is a parking area drawn like that. So this is a kind of a mensuration problem. So we are supposed to find out different things based on the survey given and the data given to us. So let us start. The first thing that they are asking is, what is the total perimeter of the parking area? So we can say, we can understand few things. First of all, let us find out perimeter of the parking. Okay, if you see the perimeter of the parking, okay, the parking area is nothing but a half circle or semicircle. So that the perimeter of a semicircle is nothing but pi r. Okay, it's not 2 pi r, it's pi r. So and the radius of the semicircle is nothing but, if you see the diameter is 7, so the radius is how much? Radius is nothing but 7 by 2. Okay, the radius can be written as 7 by 2. So we can simply write pi into 7 by 2 for the perimeter of the parking area. Pi into 7 by 2, we know the pi value is nothing but 22 by 7 into 7 by 2, so that comes out to be 11 units. Okay, that comes out to be 11 units, and that is the perimeter of the parking, that is 11 units. Okay, now let us find out the perimeter of the entire region. Okay, let us do it a little down. Perimeter of the entire region. Okay, perimeter of entire region. If you see the entire region altogether, what will be the perimeter of the entire region? Will be nothing but, if you see it carefully, it will be nothing but perimeter of the entire region will be the perimeter of all those sections that are created here. Okay, all those sections, that is the parking area plus the playground, that will be the complete perimeter. Okay, so for that we need to find out the perimeter of the playground, and for that we need to evaluate the certain small variables. First variable is, see, length of the playground is already given out to be 14 units, that is visible here. Breadth is given out to be 7 units, that is also visible. So total perimeter of parking area is equal to perimeter of the semicircle. So we can write total perimeter or the perimeter of the entire region is nothing but perimeter of the playground plus perimeter of parking area, that we have already calculated, perimeter of the parking area. Okay, so let us find out the total perimeter of the parking playground will be nothing but perimeter of a rectangle, that is nothing but length plus breadth, and total area twice of length plus breadth, and the total perimeter of the parking area can be calculated by half of the uh, perimeter of the circle. So we can easily calculate this. So it is coming out to be pi r plus 7. It is coming out to be pi r plus 7. Okay. Now it is equal to pi into r value is 7 by 2 plus 7. Okay, this is what we are finding out, the perimeter of the parking area. We are finding out the perimeter of parking area, that is the semicircle. Okay, that is shaped like this. Perimeter of the parking area is shaped like this, where this value is 7 and this value is the semicircle length. Okay, so that's why this 7 is this particular 7, that the diameter, and pi r by 2 is the semicircle length. Okay, the circumference of the semicircle. Okay, so if we solve this further, it is giving you 22 by 7 into 7 by 2 plus 7, that is nothing but 11 plus 7, that is 18 units. Okay, that is nothing but 18 units. So this is the perimeter of the parking area, 18 units. Now this was the first part, perimeter of the parking area. Second part is what is the total area of the parking and the two quadrants. We are supposed to know the total area of the parking and the two quadrants. So let us do it, the second part. Okay, first part of it. See, radius of the quadrant is already given in the question. Radius of the quadrant is already given in the question. That is 2 centimeter, or rather 2 unit is the radius of the quadrant, that is already given. So area of quadrant will be how much? Quadrant is 1/4 of the area of the circle, that is nothing but 1/4 the 1/4 of the pi r square. But there are two such quadrants, so we'll have to multiply them with 2 also. There are two such quadrants, so it ultimately becomes 2 into pi into, right, radius value is 2, so r square by 4. So this ultimately gives you 2 pi square units. So this is the area of the quadrant, 2 pi square units. Now let us find out the area of the parking area, because we have to give this whole sum. Area of the parking area is nothing but pi r square by 2, that is equal to pi by 2 into 7 by 2 whole square, because the radius of the parking area is nothing but 7 by 2. So how much this comes out to be? It is 22 by 7 into 7 by 2 whole square into 1 by 2. If you solve this further, this comes out to be 77 by 4, that is nothing but 19.25, and square units, 19.25 square unit. This is what the ultimate value of the area of the parking area comes out to be. Now we are supposed to find out the total area. Okay, so how much is the total area? Total area of the parking, total area of parking and two quadrant. Now we are supposed to add the both the areas, that is equal to total area of the parking is going to be 90. The total area is 2 into 22 by 7 plus 19.25. If you solve this, that is pi r and the 19.25 value. So this is coming out to be 6.28 plus 19.25. That is nothing but 25.53 square unit. So that is the area of the two quadrants and the particular parking area, 25.53, and that is the answer of the second part. So there is one more part given in B. What is that B part? B part in he's asked is what is the ratio of area of playground to area of parking area. So we know both the areas now, so we can easily find out the ratio. So they are asking for the ratio of area of playground divided by area of parking. Okay, the area of parking, so we know both the areas. Okay, so the area of playground can be written as length into breadth, that is 7 into 14. Area of parking we just calculated, we can write down once again, that is 77 by 4. So how much this becomes? 14 into 4 by 11, that is nothing but 56 by 11. Okay, so that is the required ratio, 56 by 11 as asked. Now, the third part is also available. What is asked in the third part? Let us see. In the third part, they are asking, find the cost of fencing the playground and the parking area at the rate of 2 rupees per unit. So, fencing can be done by using the calculation of the perimeter. So, for calculation of the fencing price, we need to know the perimeter of the whole figure. So, what is the perimeter of the whole figure? Perimeter of the whole figure is nothing but perimeter of the rectangle part. Okay, and then we'll add this to perimeter of the parking, the perimeter of the rectangular playground plus perimeter of the parking area. This is what we're going to do, perimeter of the parking area. This is what we're going to do, add the both the parameters. So that will be the ultimate perimeter of all the area that we have. So perimeter of rectangle is nothing but 2 into L plus B. So this is 2 into length is 7 plus 14. Okay, and that comes out to be 2 into 21, that is nothing but 42 units. Okay, plus we have to add this to perimeter of parking area. Perimeter of parking area we have already calculated, but if you want, we can calculate it once again. That is pi r, that is nothing but 22 by 7 into 7 by 2, that is nothing but 11. So we are supposed to add 42 and 11 together for getting the complete parking area perimeter, the total perimeter, and that comes out to be 53 units. So that is the complete perimeter length. Now we are supposed to know the price of fencing it. So the rate of fencing is 2 rupees per unit. Okay, rate of fencing is 2 rupees per unit. So total cost will be how much? We have got 53 units, so total cost will be 53 into 2, that is nothing but 106 rupees. So that is the final answer of fencing. The perimeter of the whole area that we have is coming out to be rupees 106. That is the final answer. Okay, so they say which of the following is true for all values of theta, where theta lies between 0 and 90 degree, that is theta is an acute angle. So there is an identity, that is 6x square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. There is a trigonometrical identity named as this. So if you change the side of tan square theta, it becomes sec squared theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. And that exactly matches with the option number C given. So that is the true one. Rest of the ones are not right. So option C is right answer. Now, what are we supposed to do if k plus 2, 4k minus 6 and 3k minus 2 are three consecutive terms of an AP, then the value of k is. So if there are three consecutive terms of an AP, then the difference should be common. That is, difference between second and third term should be equal to difference of third and second term as well. So let us do the difference of second and first term, that is this should be equal to difference of third and the second term, that is 3k minus 2 minus 4k minus 6. Okay, if you solve this, how much this becomes? This becomes 3k minus 8 is equal to minus of k plus 4. And if we solve this further, this is 4k is equal to 12, and the k value comes out to be simply 3. So that is the right answer. Option number A, k value is 3. Now, what is there in the particular question given? So there are class 0 to 5, 5 to 10, and then so on. So let us make the table quickly. The frequency is also given. Let us make the table quickly because we need to have the cumulative frequency also, because the median is to be found out also. So if you redraw the table by having class on this side, which the classes are 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, and 20 to 25. These are the classes. What are the frequencies value? They are 10, 15, 12, 20, and 9. These are the frequency value. The third quadrant, third column we'll find out as cumulative frequency. First is 10, then it is going to be 25, then it is going to be 37, then it is going to be 57, then it is going to be 66. So these are the cumulative frequencies value. Now, if you see the table, this particular table, so where what we can see, the n value, the maximum n is 66. And if you do n by 2, you're going to get it to 66 by 2, that is 33. Okay, 33 is the value of n by 2, and this 33 lies in which of the class interval? It lies in the interval where the cumulative frequency is 37, that is the frequency range when the class range is 10 to 15, there where this particular frequency lies. So we can say the lower class limit, that is L, is the lower class limit of the median class is 10. And then we can say the highest frequency. Okay, highest frequency is achieved where? Highest frequency is nothing but 20, and which lies in which particular class? This highest frequency lies in the class 15 to 20. So we can say the lower class limit of this 15 to 20 range is, okay, so lower limit of this 15 to 20 range is nothing but is 15, and the other lower limit was 10. So we have to find out what the sum of lower limits of median class and the model class. So sum of the lower limit of median class is nothing but your 10, and the sum of the lower limit of the model class is nothing but 15. So we have to find out the sum of them. So it's going to be 10 plus 15, that is nothing but 25. So the right answer is option number B, 25. Next, the length of tangent drawn to a circle of radius 9 centimeter from a point 41 centimeter to the from the center is. Okay, so let us draw the figure first. So what they are saying, there is a circle and there is a tangent drawn like that. Okay, this is how the tangent is going. It is intersecting with the circle at a point T. There is a center O, and from the center there is a this is the radius, and radius are tangent are always perpendicular, and the radius is given as 9 centimeter. And there's a point outside where from the tangent is coming, and the length of this point from the center is given out to be 41 centimeter. This is what all data has been given there. So what are we supposed to find out? Length of tangent down to a circle of radius 9 centimeter from 41 centimeter from the center is. So we have to find out the length of the tangent. Okay, so let us do that. Let us name this point as P. So if you know that tangent and radius are always perpendicular to each other, tangent is always perpendicular to radius. So that's why we can say angle OTP is nothing but a 90-degree. And we have triangle OTP, which is a right triangle. So if it is a right triangle, then we can obviously apply Pythagoras theorem. We can obviously apply Pythagoras theorem, which says hypotenuse square, which is OP square, is equal to base square, which is TP square, plus perpendicular square, which is OT square. If we keep on putting all the values, OP value is already given 41 square, TP is still to be find out, and OT square is nothing but 9 square. So this gives me TP square value is equal to 41 square minus 9 square, which is nothing but 1681 minus 81, which is nothing but 1600. So this is what is TP square coming. So what is the value of TP is under root of 1600, which is nothing but 40. So the value of TP comes out to be 40 centimeter, and that is the length of the particular tangent from the center, and the right answer is 40 centimeter A. Okay, let's go down to the next question. In the given figure, O is the center of the circle and PQ is the chord. So this is the center of the circle and PQ is the chord. Okay, PQ is the chord of the circle, and the tangent PR at P makes an angle of 50 degrees, and the angle is also shown here. So now if you look at the figure carefully, then what do we observe? Again, see, OP is going to be perpendicular to, let us name another point here is Q. Q is already named, so let us name this point as T. Okay, so what we can say, OP is perpendicular to side PT. Okay, OP is perpendicular to side PT. Why so? Because OT is radius, and a radius is always perpendicular to the tangent. Okay, that is always perpendicular tangent. So we get this particular angle, that is angle OPT, is 90 degree, and similar is the angle OPR. So we get angle OPR is equal to 90 degree, and if that is so, then how much is now, as they say in the given figure, O is the center of the circle, PQ is the chord, and tangent PR at P makes an angle of 50 degrees. So this angle is shown here is 50 degree with PQ. Then the angle measure of angle POQ. So we are supposed to find out this very angle, angle POQ. So as you can see that OP is the radius. As you can see, OP is the radius of the circle. OP is the radius. So, and your PR is nothing but tangent. PR is a tangent to the circle. Okay, so radius and tangents are always perpendicular to each other. Radius is always perpendicular to tangent. That's what a theorem says when the radius and tangent interact at a point, they are always perpendicular to each other. That means this very angle is 90 degree and the other part is also 90 degree. But we can say angle RPO is nothing but a 90 degree. But we can see that angle RPQ is 50 degree. Okay, so we can find out angle QPO, that is nothing but 90 degree minus 50 degree, that is 40 degree. So the angle QPO comes out to be 40 degree. Okay, now you can see one thing, that OP is also a radius and OQ is also the radius. Okay, OP and OQ are both radius. So OP will be equal to OQ because both are radius. And if you see the triangle, in triangle OPQ, we can use one fact, that angle OQP will be equal to angle OPQ. Why so? Because the angles opposite to the equal sides are also equal. What we can write about this? Angle opposite to equal sides. Angle opposite to equal sides are also equal. Okay, angle opposite to equal sides are also equal. So that's why the angle OQP is equal to angle OPQ. So but angle OQP we have, or QPO and OQP, OPQ, QPO is actually OPQ, and we have just calculated to be 40 degree. So we can write both these angles are nothing but equal to 40 degree only. Let's have the angle sum formula in triangle OPQ. So that is 40 degree plus 40 degree plus the remaining angle is angle POQ is equal to 180 degree. Okay, so angle POQ can be calculated as 180 minus 80 degree, that is nothing but 100 degree. So that's what is our answer. Angle POQ value comes out to be 100 degree, that is available in option number C, and that is the right answer. Okay, let us go for the next one. Now what they're asking, a bag contains 5 red balls and n green balls. If the probability of drawing a green ball is 3 times that of red ball. So let us do it one by one. So the bag contains 5 red balls. There are 5 red balls in the bag and n green balls in the bag. N green balls in the bag. Okay. So probability of picking a red ball will be total number of red balls, that is 5, divided by total number of ball, that is going to be 5 plus n. Similarly, probability of picking a green ball will be, probability is always number of favorable outcome divided by number of total outcomes. So that's what we are using. So probability of green will be number of green balls, that is n, divided by number of total ball, that is 5 plus n. Now he says probability of picking a green ball is actually 3 times the probability of picking a red ball. So let us put our PG and PR value here. So what we can write is n by 5 plus n is equal to 3 times 5 by 5 plus n. This is what we can write. And if we solve this further and do some cross multiplication and solve the equation, what do we get? N is coming out to be ultimately 15. If we solve this further, n is ultimately coming out to be 15. So then that in that way we can say the number of green balls are how many? Number of green balls are nothing but 15. So option number B is right. Next one. Now, there are two a particular part of this question. Part A. Part A says evaluate 5 cot square theta and this and this and this. So we know the values of each and everything. So we will keep on putting up the values. 5 cot square 30 is the first value that is to be kept. See, cot 30 value is cot 30 is nothing but root 3. So cot square 30 will be root 3's whole square plus 1 upon sine square 60. Sine 60 value is root 3 by 2. So sine square 60 will be root 3 by 2's whole square minus cot square 45. The cot 45 value is nothing but 1. So cot square 45 will be minus 1 square plus 2 sine square 90. Sine 90 value is 1. So sine square 90 will also be 1. So this is what it is. If we solve this further, how much this becomes? This becomes 5 by 3 plus 4 by 3 minus 1 plus 2. If we solve this furthermore, then we get it 9 by 3 plus 1. That is nothing but 4. Okay, the right answer is 4. Okay, so let us do the B part as well. What is then the B part? If theta is an acute angle and sine theta is equal to cos theta, find the value of tan square theta plus cot square theta. So as they say, sine theta, we are doing the B part now. Sine theta is equal to cos theta. So we can say sine theta over cos theta is nothing but 1, that is tan theta, because sin theta over cos theta is nothing but tan theta. So our tan theta value comes out to be 1, but tan theta is 1 for the case of tan 45 only. Okay, so there where we can find out the theta value is nothing but 45 degree. So now we can put the value of 45 degree in our expression. Now the expression is tan square theta, so tan square 45 plus cot square theta, that is cot square 45 minus 2. That is what we have to evaluate. So tan 45 value is 1. So tan square 45 is also 1. Cot 45 is also 1. So cot square 45 is also 1 minus 2. So this is nothing but 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So the final evaluation says the right answer is 0 for the B part. Now question number 8. So let us see the first part, that is A part of question number 8. Okay, what does it say? The sum of first 15 terms of an AP is 750 and its first term is 15. Find its 20th term. That's what we are supposed to find out. So what has he given? He has given sum of 15 terms is nothing but 750. Okay, so we have the sum of n terms formula, that is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. And what else he has given? He has given the first term is 15. So a value is already given as 15. So let us put a and sn value and n value in the sum of n terms. So there are 15 terms involved. So s15 is 750. So is equal to 15 by 2 twice of a. A is 15. So it is 2 into 15 plus n is 15 minus 1 into d is unknown. So this is nothing but 15 by 2. 750 on the left hand side, 30 plus 14d. This is what it remains. If you solve this further, 15 can cut this 75 by 50 and this becomes 100 is equal to 30 plus 14d, in which we can find out 14d is equal to 70 and d value comes out to be 5. Okay, d value simply comes out to be 5. So we can use this d value somewhere where we can use. He has asked us to find out first find its 20th term. So 20th term will be nothing but a plus 20 minus 1 d. So let us put the value. A we already know is 15 plus 20 minus 1 is nothing but 19 and d value is 5. So this is what is a plus 19d. So if we solve this further, this is coming out to be 15 plus 95 and that is nothing but 110. Okay, so that is going to be the 20th term which as he has asked in the question. So 20th term is 110. Okay, let us see the second part of the question, that is B part. What is there in B part? Rohan repays his total loan of 1,18,000 by paying every month starting with the installment of rupees 1,000. If he increases the installment by 100 every month, what amount will be paid by him in 30th installment, and what amount of loan he paid after 30th installment. So these are the multiple things that we are supposed to find out. So first of all, if he starts with the sum of 1000 and keeps on increasing 100 every time, so in this particular fashion he will be paying the loan. Okay, this is how it will go. First month is 1000, then the next month will be 1100, then it will, the next month it will be plus 100, that is 1200, and so on. So this is how we will progress, and this is nothing but an AP. Okay, this is nothing but an arithmetic progression. So whose A value is nothing but 1000 and whose D value is nothing but 100, because he keeps on increasing the 100 rupees every time. So D value is nothing but 100. And how many installment has he paid? Okay, 1000 increases by 100, and what amount will he pay in the 30th installment? So N, let's make N as 30. Okay, so these all information we have got. So amount paid by him in 13 installment we are supposed to find out. For that we need to know the TN. Okay, Tn is nothing but a plus n minus 1d, that is the 30th term. So a we know is 1000 plus n minus 1 is 30 minus 1, and d value is 100. So if we solve this further, this is coming out to be 1000 plus 2900, that is nothing but 3900. Okay, so in the 30th installment he will be paying, the 30 will be nothing but 3900 rupees. That is the answer of the first part of it. Okay, 3900 he will be paying in his 30th installment. Okay, now what else we can do? Sum of n terms. We can use the sum of n term formula, and we have given the sum of 30 terms, and so we can find it out that as 30 by 2, 2a, that is 2 into 1000, plus n minus 1, n is nothing but 30, so 30 minus 1, d value is 100. If you solve this further, this gives us 15 into 2000 plus 2900, and if we solve this further, this ultimately gives us Sn to be 73,500. Okay, 73,500 is the sum of 30 value. So that is the what amount he will be paid, that is already given. What amount of loan has he paid after 30 installment is nothing but 73,500. Okay, this is what amount he has paid. Okay, so then they are asking what amount the loan he paid after 13 installment, that we have already calculated. Okay, now what else we can find out? Okay, so now let us find out how much amount of loan has been left out. Okay, because 1,18,000 was the total amount. How much amount of loan has been left out? The total amount of loan was 1,18,000, and how much he has paid after 13 installment is nothing but 73,500. So how much loan is left out? How much left out loan is there? We can subtract every time. So if the subtraction says it is 44,400. So this much amount of loan is left out. Okay, after the 30th installment, that also we have calculated, and this 30th installment also we have calculated. Okay, now prove that root 3 is an irrational number. So we'll do the other way around. We'll say let root 3 is a rational number. We'll say let the root 3 is a rational number. We'll say the other way around. Okay, so if the root 3 is a rational number, so root 3 can be expressed as a by b, where a and b are what? A and b are co-prime number. That's what is a rational number is, which can be expressed as in the form of a by b, where a and b should be co-prime. That means the a and b should not have any common factor. So we have assumed that root 3 is a rational number, and so we are saying root 3 is equal to a by b. So b root 3 is going to be equal to a. B root 3 is going to be equal to a. Now if root 3 is equal to a by b, then if we do the squaring both sides, so it will be 3b square is equal to a square. It will be 3b square is equal to a square, or we can write a square is equal to 3b square also. But so we can say 3 divides, we can say 3 divides b square. So 3 will divide what? 3 will divide b as well. And if 3 divides b, that is 3 divides the right hand side. So 3 will also divide the left hand side, that will 3 will divide a square and also a. So 3 will divide a also and a square also. Okay, so 3 divides a, so we can write a as, so if 3 divides a, so we can write a as nothing but thrice of m, where m is any integer. M is any integer, because a is a multiple of 3. So in place of a, I can write 3 into m, where m is any integer. We can assume any value of m, which is an integer 1. So it can be written as thrice of m. Okay, now in place of where we wrote a square is equal to 3b square, we're going to replace as a as 3m. So it becomes 3m's 3b square 3b square is nothing but equal to a square. 3b square is nothing but equal to your a square, and where you read a square is equal to 3b square, let us make this as equation number 1, and then 3 is a fact, 3 can be dividing the p, so we wrote a is equal to thrice of m. Okay, so now we can write, is in place of this we can write b square is going to be 3m square. Okay, we can write b square is equal to be 3m square, so that means 3 divides your m square. So obviously 3 should divide m as well. And if 3 divides m, 3 should also divide what? 3 should also divide b as well. So now we can see two things. 3 is dividing b also, and here we saw 3 is dividing a also. Okay, 3 divides a also and 3 divides b also. We are observing two things here. 3 divides a also and 3 divides b also. That means that gives me a result that 3 is a common factor. 3 is a common factor of both a and b. This gives me a result that 3 is a common factor of both a and b. So if this is happening, then a and b cannot be co-prime. And not a and b cannot be co-prime numbers now, because the co-prime numbers are the numbers which don't have any common factor, but that is not happening here. A and b are not co-prime numbers, so that on the basis of that only we had assumed that root 3 is going to be rational number, and if that basis has been proven wrong, so obviously our theory is also wrong, that root 3 is a rational number is wrong. So obviously the other result is root 3 is nothing but a irrational number. Root 3 is nothing but a irrational number. So that is going to be the proof of it. Root 3 is nothing but irrational number. Now, what is this saying? From a solid cylinder 20 centimeter and diameter 12 centimeter, conical cavity of height 8 centimeter and radius 6 centimeter is hollowed out. Find the total surface area of the remaining solid. So let us make that particular thing. So this is a kind of a cylinder with us. Okay, this is a kind of a cylinder with us, and a cone has been hollowed out from it. So let us hollow out a cone. Okay, so this particular cone has been hollowed out as a cavity. Okay, this has been hollowed out, and what are the lengths? The height of the cylinder was 20 centimeter as given in the question as well, and the diameter is 12 centimeter, so the dia is 12 centimeter, so radius of the cone and both the cylinder is nothing but 6 centimeter. So the radius of cone and cylinder both is nothing but 6 centimeters. This is also 6 and this is also 6 centimeter. Okay, now we are supposed to find out the total surface area of the remaining solid. So total surface area of remaining solid. Total surface area of remaining solid will be what? Will be nothing but it will be curved surface area, that is CSA of cylinder, CSA of cylinder plus curved surface area of the cone, curved surface area of the cone, because the conical cavity has been removed out, so that particular area is hollow, but that is a conical shape created there, so that area is also to be kept in consideration. Curved surface area of cone, and also the area of the top face of the cylinder, because that is also there. See, this particular area is also there, so we need to add area of top surface of cylinder as well. Top surface of cylinder as well. So these are the three areas together. When added together, will give you the total surface area of the remaining solids. So let us do it one by one. First of all, we are finding out the curved surface area of the cone. Okay, that is calculated as pi r l, where l is the slant height. For calculation of slant height, we apply one formula which says under root of h square plus r square. H here is nothing but the height of the cone. Okay, height of the cone is the h, and that is given out to be in the question, and height of the cone is nothing but 8 centimeters. So L can be calculated by under root of 8 square plus radius is 6 square, and that is nothing but 64 plus 36, that comes out to be root 100, that is nothing but value is 10. So the slant height comes out to be 10 centimeter. So now we can find out the curved surface area of the cone. CSA of cone is nothing but 22 by 7 into R value is 6 into L value has just been calculated as 10. So this gives us the final value as 1320 upon 7 centimeter square. So this is the area of curved surface area of the cone. Curved surface area of cone has come out to be 1320 centimeter square. Let us see some more things. Now we are about to find out the CSA, that is curved surface area of the cylinder. Now we're going to find out the curved surface area of the cylinder. The formula is 2 pi RH. So let us apply the value. This is going to be 2 into 22 by 7. Radius of the cone and cylinder both is 6 only. Height of the cylinder is also given, that is 20. So if we use this, we're going to get to reach to 5280 upon 7 centimeter square. So that is the area of the CSA of the cylinder. Let us find out the third part as well. What is there in the third part? Okay, we are supposed to find out the area of top top face or top surface of the cylinder. This is also we have to find out, and the area of the top surface of the cylinder is nothing but a circle, so it has to be pi r square. With the pi is 22 by 7, r value is already given as 6, so we can do 6 square. If we solve this further, this gives us 792 by 7 centimeter square. So this is the final area of the top face. Now the total surface area, the TSA of the remaining portion, will be all the sum of all these areas. The remaining area is nothing but sum of all of these areas, that is 1330 by 7, 1320 by 7 rather, plus 5280 by 7, plus the last part is 792 by 7. If you add them all together, this gives you 7392 divided by 7, that is nothing but 1056 centimeter square. So that is going to be the right answer, 1056 centimeter square. That is the total surface area of the remaining portion of the cylinder. So this was the 10th question. Let us go to the 11th question now. So there are two parts in it. The first part says, in the given figure, angle ADC is equal to angle BCA. That is also shown. ADC is equal to angle BCA. Prove that triangle ACB is similar to triangle ADC. So let us begin with this only. So the value of AC is given as 8. AD is given as also 3 centimeter. Okay. Now what we can write is, he has given angle ADC is equal to angle BCA. This is he has already given. Now if you see triangle ADC and also triangle BC, if you see these two triangles, in these two triangles, angle A is common to both the triangles. So this can be taken as a common angle, and the other angle pair has been already given, that is angle ADC is equal to angle BCA. This is already given in the question itself. So by using angle theorem, we can directly prove that triangle ADC is similar to triangle BCA by angle axiom of the similarity. We have already proven this. Now, if these two triangles are similar, their corresponding sides are in equal ratio. What are the corresponding sides? That is AC by AD, that is AC is corresponding to AC, is equal to AB by AC. The corresponding side have an equal ratio. So we have the values of AC, AD and AC also. So let us put the values. So it is going to be 8 by 3 is equal to AB value is unknown divided by 8. And if you solve for AB, the AB ultimately comes out to be, the AB comes out to be 8 into 8 divided by 3. That is nothing but 64 by 3 centimeter. That's what is AB comes out to be. Now, if you see the figure, how will you calculate BD? BD can be calculated by AB minus AD, because BD is the sum of AB is the sum of BD and AD only. So BD can be calculated by AB minus AD. So we have the AB value now, that is 64 by 3 minus AD value is already given, that is 3. So if you calculate this further, this comes out to be 55 by 3, or we can write in place of BD as 18 by 3 centimeter. That is 55 by 3, and that is the answer for BD that was required to be calculated. The answer is 18 by 3 centimeter. Now let us go for the next question. Okay, what is there in the next question? Part B. Okay, the next question say, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides of distant point, then the prove that the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Okay, let's look at this. Let us draw the figure. Okay, this is how the figure goes. Okay, this is E, this is D, this is A, this is C, and this is B. This is how it goes. We are supposed to prove AE by EC is equal to AD by DB. Okay, this is the exact figure for the statement later. A line is drawn parallel to one side. So this is the line ED that is drawn parallel to one side of the triangle, that is BC. It has been drawn parallel to BC. So we have to prove that the other two ratios of the sides are also equal, divide in the same ratio. So this is what we have to prove. Now, if you see this particular figure, you can see angle AED is equal to angle ACB. Why is so? This is a corresponding angle. Okay, if you see that, this is a corresponding angle. Okay, corresponding angle. And if you see the other pair, that is angle ADE is equal to angle ABC, that is also the corresponding angle pair. That is also the corresponding angle pair. And you can see one more thing, that angle EAD is coming common to both the triangles. Angle EAD is coming common to both the triangles as well. So we can have the angle axiom. Okay, we can use the angle axiom of the similarity. And if we use that, we're going to get what? We're going to get triangle AED is similar to triangle ACB. Okay, this is by angle axiom of similarity. So angle AED is coming out to be similar to triangle ACB. So we can again have the corresponding side pair as AC, and AC is corresponding to whom? Is AE. This ratio can be equal to the other side taken is AB, and the corresponding side of AB is nothing but AD. So AC by A is equal to AB by AD. Now, what we can write in place of AC? Let us scroll it down further. What we can write in place of AC? AC is nothing but the sum of AE plus EC divided by AE, and is equal to AB's sum of AD plus DB, and that is divided by AD again. So let us solve this further. So it's AE by AB. So this is going to be 1 plus EC by AE, and is equal to 1 plus dB by AD. This is what we get, and 1 gets cancelled from both the sides. So we're going to have to prove EC upon AE is equal to dB by AD, dB by AD. This is what we get, and that is nothing but equal to your AE by EC is equal to AD by dB, and that's what was the required thing to prove. Okay, AE by EC is equal to AD by DB. This is because he has said, then prove that the other two sides are divided in the same ratio, and the other two sides are AEC are having the similar ratio as AD and DB together. So that has been proved using the similarity concept. Okay, so the first question is the next term of the AP root 7, root 28 and root 63 is. So if this is an arithmetic progression, then there should be a common difference between them. Let us write first is root 7, then is root 28. This root 28 can be written as root 7 into 4, which is nothing but 2 root 7. And the next term is root 63, which can be written as root 7 into 9, which is nothing but 3 root 7. So if you see the three terms, one is root 7, another is 2 root 7, another is 3 root 7. So they are in a proper AP, as we can see that they are continuously increasing. Okay, and what is the common difference? Difference can be found out by subtracting any two consecutive terms. So let us subtract 2 root 7 minus root 7. That gives us root 7 being common. That gives us 1 root 7 or just the root 7. So the D value is also root 7. A value is also root 7. The first term is also root 7. Let us find the fourth term. So the fourth term will be A4. We can use the formula A plus n minus 1 D for fourth term. So we can find out A4 as A value is root 7 plus n is 4. So it is 4 minus 1. D value is again root 7. Okay, so if you solve this further, this becomes root 7 plus 3 root 7, which is nothing but 4 root 7. If you take the 4 inside, then it becomes like root 7, and inside it becomes a square. So 7 root 16, which is nothing but root 112. So that is the right answer, root 112, and that is available in the option number D. Root 112 is the right answer of the question. Now, as they say, sec square theta minus 1 cosec square theta minus 1 is equal to what? So let us see the terms. First term is sec square theta minus 1, and which is nothing but tan square theta. Okay, that is nothing but an identity. There is a trigonometrical identity which says sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. So using that, we can say sec square theta minus 1 is tan square theta. Then the another term there is cosec square theta minus 1. This is another trigonometrical identity which is actually cot square theta. That is another trigonometrical identity which is nothing but which says cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. So using that, we can say the other term is cot square theta. So let us put these values in the expression that we have got. So the first term becomes tan square theta into second term becomes cot square theta. This can be rewritten as tan square theta as it is into cot square theta can be written as 1 upon tan square theta, because cot theta is nothing but 1 upon tan square theta. If we do this, we can cut these two terms and we ultimately get 1. So that is the right answer, which is available in the option number C. 1 is the right answer. Next, marks below. There are marks given, number of students in the model classes. That is the question. So let us frame this table once again. We have classes from 0 to 10, then 10 to 20, then 20 to 30, then 30 to 40, 20 to 30, then 20 to 30, then 30 to 40, then 40 to 50, and the last one is 50 to 60. These are the model classes. These are the classes. Now let us write the value. First value is 3, then is 12, then is 27, then is 57, then there is 75, then there is 80. So these are the classes available there. Okay, these are the classes available there. We are supposed to find out the model class. So if you see the frequency, model class is nothing but the frequency, the class where the frequency is the highest one. Okay, so the model class has got the highest frequency where the class value is 50 to 60. So model class is nothing but 50 to 61. That is available in the option number D, and that is the right answer. Next, in the given figure, PT is tangent at T. So this is a PT line that is tangent to the circle at the point T with center O. Center is O. Angle TPO is 25 degree. That is already given. Then X is equal to what? We have to find out the value of angle X. So let us see this. So as they say, angle PTO is going to be 90 degree. Why so? Because there is a theorem says tangent is always perpendicular to the radius. That is a theorem there. Tangent is always perpendicular to the radius of the circle. So that's why we can conclude that angle PTO, which is drawn here, is nothing but a 90 degree. This is nothing but a 90 degree. Now we have got this particular situation in front of us where the angle PTO is nothing but 90 degree. Now let us find out let us apply the angle sum in the triangle PTO. Angle sum in the triangle PTO. So it's going to be 90 plus 25 plus the last angle is nothing but angle TOP is equal to 180 degree, because the angle sum value is nothing but 180 degree. If we add them together, the angle TOP comes out to be 180 minus 90 plus 25, that is 115, and that is nothing but 65 degree. So angle TOP comes out to be 65 degree. Now we are supposed to find out angle X. So we can see that angle TOP and angle X like this form a linear pair. So if it is a linear pair, we can say angle TOP plus angle X is equal to 180 degree. That is what is the linear pair. Okay, pair of the line, linear pair. So now we can do this. Angle TOP value is already known to us. So this is 65 plus angle X is equal to 180 degree. So angle X value is nothing but 180 minus 65. That again becomes what? It becomes 115 degree. So that is the value of angle X, 115 degree, and that is the right answer. Next, question number 5. They say PQ is parallel to AC if BP is equal to 4 centimeter, and all this is given. So let us draw the figure. They are saying PQ is parallel to AC. Let us draw the figure once. Okay, the figure says, figure is like this. This is the line going. This is the triangle like that. Okay, we can create this triangle here. Then there's a parallel line this. We can write C here, A here, B here, P and Q. So as the figure suggests, PQ is parallel to AC. As the figure suggests, PQ is parallel to AC. And the value of the rest of the things is given. AB is given to be 2.4 centimeter. Then BQ value is given to be 5. Then BP is given as 4. So all these values are in centimeter. The unit of all the values is nothing but 7 centimeter. then we have to supposed to find out the length of BC. So we are supposed to find out length of this particular BC. Okay, this is what we have to find out. Now, as you can see that this is a complete triangle, triangle ABC, where line PQ is parallel to the line, one of the side of triangle ABC, that is AC. So this can be utilized. PQ is parallel to AC, so we can say we can have basic proportionality theorem in the scene. Basic proportionality theorem indicates that in a triangle, if a third side, if a line drawn joining the two sides of the triangle parallel to the third side, then it breaks the two triangles in the similar triangle, between the similar triangle pair. So we can conclude that if PQ parallel AC, then obviously the part of the sides, that one part is BP over another part of the side, that is PA, is equal to part of the side BQ and another part of the side, that is QC. Okay, this is how we can conclude using the basic proportionality theorem, and we know the value of most of them. So let us use the values. So we're going to get 4 by 2.4 is equal to 5 by QC. So there, where the QC value comes out to be 5 into 2.4 divided by 4, which is nothing but 0.6 centimeter into 5, that is 3 centimeters. So the QC comes out to be 3 centimeters. So this very value QC is coming out to be 3 centimeter. Now we were supposed to find out BC. Okay, we were supposed to find out the whole BC. So we can say we already know the BQ was 5, so this was 5, and so BC should be how much? BC should be nothing but the summation of 5 plus 3, that is equal to 8 centimeters. So that is the right answer. Option A, that is answer is 8 centimeter is the right answer. Next, the points this minus 4 comma 0, 4 0 and 0 3 are the vertices of a right triangle, isosceles triangle, equilateral, scalene, and so on. So let us write that. Okay, minus 4 0 and 4 0 and 0 3 are the vertices of a which particular triangle. So let us name these points by, let us assign these points some variable name and then do something. Let us have A as minus 4 comma 0. Okay, let us have B as 4 comma 0, and let us have C as 0 comma 3. These are the final 3 points we have assigned as. Now let us start finding out the distance, because only the distance can indicate which particular triangle it is of. So AB is going to be we can use distance formula. Distance formula is nothing but x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. That is the distance formula. Now let us, when we are finding out the distance from A and B, let us say minus 410 is x1 y1 and 40 is x2 y2. Okay, when we do this, we can find out the distance, difference of x coordinates plus square of difference of x coordinate plus square of difference of y coordinate. So it is going to be 4 minus minus 4 square whole square here, and plus 0 minus 0 whole square, that comes out to be root 8 square, that is nothing but 8. So the distance AB is 8. Let us find out the distance BC. So it's going to be x coordinate square, so 0 minus 4 whole square plus y coordinate square, difference of y coordinate square by 3 minus 0 whole square, that gives us root 16 plus 9, that is root 25, and that is nothing but 5 unit. Okay, let us have the third side, that is CA, difference of square of the difference of x coordinate, that is 0 minus minus 4 whole square, square of the difference of the x coordinate plus square of the difference of the y coordinate. Square of the difference of the y coordinate is going to be 3 minus 0 whole square. So it gives us root 16 plus 9 again, which is root 25, and which is again nothing but the 5 unit. So as you can see, BC is equal to CA. So we can say, and they are not equal to AB. So we can easily conclude that this is an isosceles triangle. Okay, because the two sides are coming equal. So we can easily conclude that this is nothing but a isosceles triangle. So that is the right answer. The triangle is isosceles triangle. Option number B is right answer. Okay, let us have seventh. Okay, this is of section B. We are supposed to evaluate 2 sec square theta plus 3 cosec square theta minus this is what if theta value is given out to be 45 degrees. So let us do the A part first. We just have to put theta is equal to 45 in the question itself. So if we do that, this is going to be 2 sec square 45 degree plus 3 cosec square 45 degree minus 2 sine 45 degree cos 45 degree. Okay, so let us keep writing the values of all these terms. So it is going to be 2 sec 45 is root 2, so sec square 45 will be root 2 square, plus 3 cosec 45 is root 2, so cosec square 45 will be root 2's whole square again, minus 2 sine 45 is 1 upon root 2, and cos 45 is also 1 upon root 2. So this can be 1 upon root 2 into 1 upon root 2. If we further solve this, this is going to be 4 plus this is going to be 6 minus this is going to be 1. Okay, this is 4 plus 6 minus 1. And how much this gives us? This gives us nothing but 9. So the value of the first part answer is 9. Let us do the B part now. Okay, let us do the B part. Okay, if we do the B part, what is that? He's saying sine theta minus cos theta equal to 0. Then find the value of sine power 4 theta plus cos power 4 theta. So what they say, sine theta minus cos theta is equal to 0. So we can change the side by sine theta is equal to cos theta. That means sine theta over cos theta is going to be 1. That means tan theta is going to be 1, because sine theta upon cos theta is nothing but tan theta only. But when tan theta becomes 1, it becomes only for the angle 45 degree, tan 45 degree. So we can conclude theta value is 45 degree for this part. Now we can put the value of theta in the expression given, whose value we have to find out, sine power 4 theta plus cos to power 4 theta. In place of theta, let us place 45 degree. What does this give us? This give us sine to the power 4 45 degree plus cos to the power 4 45 degree. Sine 45 and cos 45, the value are same, that is 1 upon root 2 to the power 4 plus 1 upon root 2 again to the power 4. If we solve this further, this becomes 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 4, that is nothing but 2 upon 4, that is nothing but 1 by 2. Okay, so the final answer of this particular question comes out to be 1 by 2. Now, this is question number 8. This is of section C. Okay, what we are supposed to do, find the value of P for which one root of the quadratic equation, all this is 6 times the other. Okay, so the equation is px square minus 14x plus 8 is equal to 0. That is the equation. And let us assume one root of this equation. Let the one root of this equation is alpha. So the other root will be, as they say, the other root is nothing but 6 times of the first root is going to be 6 alpha. So we're going to use this. Other root will be 6 alpha. Now, let us find out the sum of the roots. Sum of the roots, okay, that is given by minus b upon a. Okay, so let us compare this particular equation with the standard one. Let us compare the standard one, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. If we compare, we can correspondingly get the values of a, b, and c. So if you compare these two, you're going to get a as p, you're going to get b as minus 14, and you're going to get c as 8. So these are the value that I received for a, b, and c. Now the sum of the root is given by minus b over a. So let us do the sum of the roots, that is alpha plus 6 alpha is equal to minus b by a, that is minus of minus 14 divided by a value was p, that is nothing but 14 by p. Alpha plus 6 alpha is nothing but 7 alpha is going to be 14 by p. So 7 can cut 14 by 2. So alpha is nothing but 2 by p. So we have known the value of alpha as 2 by p. Now let us do on the other side the product of the root. Okay, if we do the product of the roots, the product of the roots is given by c by a. We have got the c value as 8, a value as p. So alpha into 6 alpha, that was the product. Alpha into 6 alpha is 8 by p. Now we know the alpha's value also, so we can replace the alpha value here. So this gives us 2 by p into 6 into 2 by p is going to be 8 by p. So if we solve this further, this is going to be 424 by p square is going to be 8 by p. So we can cut these values all together. So 8 3 are 24, and this p can completely cut your p. So ultimately p value comes out to be nothing but, with a cross multiplication, as 3. So that is going to be the right answer. P value is nothing but 3. Now, from an external point, two tangents are drawn to a circle. Prove that the line joining the external point to the center of the circle bisects the angle between the two tangents. So let us draw the figure first. So this is going to be a circle and there is a center O there. Okay, there has been two tangents drawn. So let us draw the two tangents from the common point anywhere. So let us draw the tangent like this, and the common point is, let's say, P, and let us join the radius of the circle with the tangent marking point. Let us join the radius of the circle with the tangent point. Okay, so that the tangent point is A and B, and these are the radius of the circle O and AB. Let us join the line with the from the center of the circle to the point of where the tangents are started. So this is the figure that we are talking about. Okay, now let us see. So we can say PA and PB are the tangents. We can say PA and PB are the tangents on the same circle from the common point. Tangents from the same circle to from the common point. So obviously PA is equal to PB. Okay, this is a theorem. When the two tangents are drawn from a common point to the circle, they are equal in length. So PA is equal to PB. That we already know. What else? We know that OA is equal to OB also, because they are nothing but the radius of the same circle. So they are going to be equal. So these 3 points are already there. Now, what else we can do? Now, see, angle OAP is going to be equal to angle OBP. Why so? Because every time the tangent and radius are perpendicular to each other, each other, so their value is going to be 90 degree. Okay, tangent or radius are always perpendicular, so we can show the perpendicular sign here also. Okay, tangent and radius are perpendicular to each other, so they are 90 degree each. Okay, if we do this using all these phenomena, and if we use these all three sides and all these three phenomena, so we can conclude that triangle OAP is congruent to triangle OBP. Triangle OAP is congruent to triangle OBP. So if, and for which axiom has been used, we can easily say there's a side angle side axiom that has been used. Okay, side angle side axiom has been used. Okay, so if side angle side has been used, so we can say that triangle OAP is congruent to triangle OBP. So if these two triangles are congruent, then every part of this, every angle and every side of these two angles together will be equal to each other. So we can conclude angle APO is equal to angle BPO. Angle APO is equal to angle BPO. That is, we are talking about these two angles. These two angles are also equal. Okay, these two angles are also equal, and that's what they had wanted us to know. So angle APO is equal to BPO. That means OP bisects, that means the side OP bisects the bigger angle APB. OP bisects the bigger angle APB. OP bisects the bigger angle APB. That's what they wanted to prove us. That the line joining the external point to the center of the circle, line joining the external point P here to the center of the circle, that is OP, bisects the angle between the two tangents. So OP is bisecting the angle between two tangents, that is APB. The angle between two tangents is APB, and that is being bisected by the OP side. So that's what is has been proven. So we have proved the fact. Now there's one more question of section D. Okay, there are two parts, A and B. So let us begin with the A part first. He says in triangle PQR, okay, N is a point on PR such that QN is perpendicular to PR. So let us draw the figure. Okay, let us draw the figure for part A. Okay, let us draw it down. In a triangle PQR, N is a point on PR. So let us first draw the triangle PQR. Okay, so let us this draw it like that. So it is going to be this. So let us name these P, Q, and R. Triangle PQR's N is a point on PR. So let us mark a point N on PR such that QN is perpendicular to PR. So let us join QN together and let us name these two angles are perpendicular. Okay, because QN is perpendicular to PR, so these two angles are 90 degree only. What else he has given? He has given us that PN into NR is equal to QN square. That also he has given us. And angle PQR is equal to 90 degree. So that also he has given us. The complete angle PQR is nothing but complete angle PQR is nothing but a 90 degrees. So all these three information have been given. What we are supposed to do? We are supposed to prove this angle PQR is equal to 90 degree is to be proven. Okay, we have to prove this. Okay, so let us see once again. So we can say what? Let us name these points something. Let us name this as angle 1, this as angle 2. And let us break these two angles into two parts also. Let us name the first part as X and let us name the other part as y degree. So there's x degree and y degree, and angle 1 and 2. Four angles have been named like that. Okay. Now we obviously know that angle 1 is equal to angle 2, that is they are 90 degree, because QN is perpendicular to PR. There's no doubt about that. Then one more thing he has given is QN square is equal to NR into NP. That's what he has given. So we can rewrite this as QN into QN is NR into NP. Okay, and we can make the ratio pairs also. What way we can make the ratio pair? Qn divided by Nr is equal to Np divided by Qn. We can make the ratio pair also. But if Qn divided by Nr is equal to Np by Qn, Qn divided by Nr is equal to Np by Qn, this indicates towards the basic proportionality theorem. Okay, or this indicates towards the side angle side similarity. Okay, that means triangle QNP is similar to triangle QNR, because the two side pair are equal and the angle 1 is equal to angle 2. That is also was given by him. So two side corresponding side ratios are equal and one angle is equal to another angle, that is 90 degree. So by using this we can understand that triangle QNP is similar to triangle QNR, and the axiom used here is side angle side similarity rule. Side angle side similarity rule has been used here. Now, if this is so, then we can write for this. Let us drag it down further. If this is so, we can write that angle P is equal to angle RQN. Angle P is equal to nothing but angle RQN, which is nothing but equal to angle 1. Because in a similar triangle, every angle to the corresponding angle is also equal. Similarly, angle R is nothing but equal to angle PQN, because the two triangles have been similar, and which is nothing but equal to angle X here and angle Y here rather. Okay. Now let us apply the value of angle sum property in triangle PQR. If you do that, so angle P plus angle Q plus angle R is equal to 180 degree. That is the angle sum property. Now, let us write the value of angle P has been, the value is X. Angle Q value is nothing but X plus Y, because angle Q is the sum of X and Y only. That's how we distributed it. Plus angle R has been proven to be Y in the other line also, is equal to 180 degree. If we solve this further, this gives us 2x plus y is equal to 180 degree, which gives us x plus y is equal to 90 degree. And x plus y was what? X plus y was nothing but your angle PQR, and that is equal to 90 degree. That's what we were supposed to prove. Angle PQR has been proven out to be 90 degree, and that is the proven part of the question. Now let us go to the other part, that was part B. Okay, we are supposed to prove something. There are certain things given. Okay, so this is a figure. Triangle ABC and triangle DBC has been drawn there, or on the or are on the same base BC, that is seen there. If AD intersects BC at O, AD is a side which is intersecting the BC at O. We have to prove that area of triangle ABC by area of triangle DBC is AO by DO. So for that we have to do some construction. Let us do, for finding out the area, there has to be a height involved. So let us do some construction. Let us draw a perpendicular line from A to the side BC, and this is perpendicular, so this can be treated. And let us name this point as P. So side AP is nothing but the height of the other triangle. Similarly, let us draw a perpendicular line from the vertex D to the side BC again, and let us name that point as Q. So this point is Q, this point is P, and this is again a 90 degree. So this is a height of the other triangle. Now if this construction is done, what we can take is, we have to prove two areas are equal. So we have drawn the perpendicular. Okay, so let us take area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle DBC. This is what is the left hand side of the thing that we have to prove. Now, what can be the area of triangle ABC? Area is nothing but half of base into height. So area of triangle ABC is half into base of the triangle ABC is nothing but BC into height of the triangle is the perpendicular length that we have just drawn. So that is going to be AP, half of the base into height. Similarly, area of triangle DBC is going to be half of base into height again. The base of triangle DBC is also BC into height is the perpendicular that we immediately drawn, that was DM, that was DQ rather. We have drawn it DQ because the Q point was not there. So let us draw it as DQ. Okay. The perpendicular drawn is DQ. So if we have done this, there is a common base. So the half and the BC can cut from numerator and denominator both. So we only remain with AP by DQ. We only remain with AP by DQ. Okay. This is the ratio of the thing that is required there. Now, let us see triangle APO and triangle DQO. If you see the triangle APO and DQO, what we can see about them is that angle APO is equal to angle DQO, that is nothing but 90 degree, because we have drawn the perpendicular, so we know that both the angles are going to be 90 degree only. We have shown that on the diagram as well. Now, another angle that can be proven equal is angle AOP is equal to angle DOM. Why so? Angle AOP, this particular angle, angle AOP, this particular angle is equal to angle DOQ, not M, DOQ. Why so? They are vertically opposite angle. Vertically opposite angles are always equal in nature. Vertically opposite angles. So they are also equal. Now, these two triangles are equal, so we can conclude triangle APO is similar to triangle DQO. Which axiom has been used? Angle-angle axiom has been used. Angle-angle axiom of similarity says that two corresponding angles are equal, then we can say the two triangles are also similar. So these two triangles have been proven as similar. So we can easily say that AP by DQ is nothing but AP by DO as well. AP by DQ is nothing but AP by DO as well, because the two triangles are similar. So the side ratios are, corresponding side ratio is always equal between two triangles. So we can conclude that area of triangle ABC by area of triangle DBC is nothing but equal to side ratio of AP by DO, and that was what required to be proven, and we have proved it here. Now the next one. A wooden article was made by scooping out a hemisphere. So as you can see, and from each end of a solid cylinder as shown in the figure. If the height of the cylinder is 10 centimeter, so the height of the cylinder is already given. Let us mark it here. The height is 10 centimeters, so this is 10 centimeter from here to here. And radius base of the radius is 3.5, so we can draw anywhere. So this particular radius is nothing but 3.5 units. Okay. Then find the total surface area of the article. This is what we are supposed to find out. Now, the total surface area of the scooped out cylinder is going to be twice of surface area of hemisphere. Okay, the hemisphere that has been removed. So twice of, sir, because there are two hemisphere, one on the bottom side, another on the top side. So twice of surface area of the hemisphere plus the curved surface area of the cylinder. Curved surface area of the cylinder. This is going to be it. Curved surface area of the cylinder. So let us do it further. We know the surface area, that is surface area of the hemisphere is given by 2 pi RH, and similarly, rather, surface area of the cylinder. Okay, curved surface area of the cylinder. Cylinder's curved surface area is given as 2 pi RH, and hemispheres, okay, hemisphere's surface area is given by 2 pi r square. These are the two formulas that we can use. So the TSA that we are required to solve is going to be twice of surface area of hemisphere, that is 2 pi r square, plus curved surface area of the cylinder, that is going to be 2 pi RH. So we can take many things common. We can take 2 pi r as commons. What do we remain with? Remain with 2r plus h. We remain with 2r plus h. If we put the values, 2 into pi value is 22 by 7. Radius, see, obviously the radius of both the hemisphere and the cylinder is common, because the hemisphere is taken out from the cylinder itself. So there's nothing, there is a add-on part added there. It is a part of the cylinder only, so the radiuses are same. So 2 into 22 by 7, and the radius they gave is 3.5 multiplied by twice of 3.5, that is 2r, plus height of the cylinder was 10. So we can do this. How much this becomes? If you solve this further, this is going to be 22 into 17, that is nothing but 374 centimeter square. So that is what is the required area that is asked in the question. Answer is 374 centimeter square.